Keith, and then Far. Couldn't even wait, man. I had to jump on live on this one immediately. Even though we 5 minutes and some shit and some stuff out, I had to get on immediately so we could talk about this. Yes, but sir. I have to say this, man, before I even go. And the prediction king strikes again. And the prediction king strikes again, dog. That's why I try to tell y'all, man. He knows his sport is always on the thumb and on the needle of what's going on. I told you this was a paid to lose fight. Y'all don't be listening to me, man. I told y'all I was in a week training at a job, you know what I'm saying, in freaking Fairbanks. And I told y'all cat this, man. Nobody want to listen to He Knows His Sport, dog. This is why I try to tell people when it comes to the sweet science, He Knows His Sport has his thumb and his needle all over. Rico Shaw, salute. Tony Thomas, salute. Irvin Hendry, you getting your wrench, dog. You becoming a moderator, salute. You know what I'm saying? Augustus, dog. Augustus Haynes, you getting your wrench, salute. This is why I try to tell these cats, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up, man, and show He Knows His Sport his respect. So Truth, you getting that thumbs up, dog. Salute, man. I told these cats, man, don't nobody want to listen to He Knows His Sport, man. He Knows His Sport is the only one that was sitting here and telling you guys the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truths. The truth of the fact of the matter was simple. It was a pay-to-lose fight. I told you guys. Look at Eddie Hearn at the end of the damn fight. What did Eddie Hearn say? One face, one name, one champion. That's bullshit. How you going to sit there and spit on Deontay Wilder? This right here told me. I told you guys. Anthony Joshua was going to win this fight. This fight was worse than Buster Douglas because this is not even a Buster Douglas 2.0. It's what we call a crap show, man. That's what this fight was. When I sat here and told you guys this stuff, nobody was listening to He Knows His Sport, dog. That's the thing. This is why I'm the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truth teller on YouTube, man. There is nobody that's like me. All these cats sit here and run their mouth against He Knows His Sport. But what happens? Like was said in Batman, the truth will have his day. I got that vernacular in Batman The Dark Knight Rises. The truth will always have his day. And the truth will what? It will set you free. And what happened? The truth set y'all free, man. Andy Ruiz act like he ain't have his hands. This man was eating pizza and chicken wings 2 weeks before the freaking fight. This man went from 268 in the original fight to a whopping 283.7. I told you guys, man, he act like he couldn't let his hands go. And when he did, you guys saw, you know what I'm saying, instances and moments where this man was able to throw his overhand. I told you guys, man, Anthony Joshua was paid to win this fight because what did I say? That's why I tell y'all, go look at my last community post. It tells you everything you need to know. It was all about the AJ redemption story, man. That's what this was all about. The redemption story of Anthony Joshua, man. Y'all got to put respect on He Knows His Sport's name, dog. And the prediction king strikes again, man. I got to say that one more time. And the prediction king strikes again, dog. They don't like true alphas, man, because true alphas, here's the thing with true alphas. We always confident in our stock. When you know you sitting on a position of strength, you know what I'm saying? You don't bow down from that position of strength. Let me say it again. When you sitting on a position of strength, you never bow down from that position of strength, and you never get rid of your ethics and your morals, dog. You always stay true. I told y'all, man, prepare yourselves because Andy Ruiz was going to turn around, and Andy Ruiz, thank y'all. Thank y'all, So Truth. I want all of my, you know what I'm saying, wrenches out there to clean these damn trolls out. Clean their asses out. We ain't got time for this now. That's why y'all got wrenches, dog. That's why y'all got wrenches. You got a wrench? Clean these damn trolls out. Christopher Journey, you getting a wrench, dog, because He Knows His Sport is a lifestyle. He Knows His Sport is a movement, dog. So guess what? If you're part of the He Knows His Sport lifestyle, folks, you get a wrench. Joey Foster, you're getting a wrench. All of my wrenches, y'all gonna clean these motherfuckers out. Me, 78, you getting a damn wrench. We ain't playing over here, man. We ain't got time for this nonsense, man. We ain't got time for it. They coming in, thumbing down, but guess what? A thumbs down means a secret admiration for He Knows His Sport. Let me say it again. A thumbs down means a secret admiration for He Knows His Sport. Because whether you like the content or not, it means what it means. So we got to get on to this. We said this. This was going to be a paid to lose fight. Tom Ross, I'm gonna let you ride on, man, because I have a whole lot more to say on this, dog. What's your take on this damn fight, man, and what you saw?
This fight, it's a lot to unpack, right? It's a lot to unpack because in the build-up, Andy Ruiz was losing weight, getting slim and trim, looking good. Like has his shirt off. You could visibly tell he lost weight. And then for the official weigh-in, he weighs in at 283 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, do you know how much you gotta eat to look slim and trim for the last fight, and then to be 25 pounds more than you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
it was kind of like he was like, yo, fuck this shit. I'm finna eat all this fucking food, eating all this slim and trim. So he gained all this weight. And then at first, I ain't gonna lie, I don't support the zone because I don't like the zone support cheaters. So
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to find a way to find a fight. Then my homegirl, she invited me over to her crib. I started watching the fight. Me and he knows we going back and forth on the text. And I'm looking and I'm like, yo, Andy Ruiz is not even throwing combinations like that.
Mm-hmm.
And we know he don't throw single punches. He
Yep.
throw combinations the whole fight.
Yep.
That's how he fight. Combinations. I'm like, why he ain't throwing combinations? Then I started thinking, I'm like, yo, Anthony Joshua was gassed out last fight in the second round. How the fuck is this motherfucker moving around like that all of a sudden? 12 straight rounds. He is moving and grooving.
Yep.
Boxing don't work that way.
Mm-hmm.
Boxing don't work that way. I'm sorry. Boxing don't work that way.
Facts.
It don't work. You know what I'm saying? And people might say, oh, he lost weight. No, it still don't work that way. Because losing weight don't have nothing to do with stamina.
Mm-hmm.
It's intertwined a little bit, but not so much. Because there's bigger people with stamina and there's smaller people with stamina. So stamina is a thing that you have to work towards, whether you're big or small. Because there's small people that don't have stamina. There's people only weigh 120 pounds that don't got no stamina, so it don't really have that much to do with the weight. It has something to do with endurance and pushing your endurance slowly, progressively, right? So I'm looking, I'm like, yo, how the fuck is this motherfucker all of a sudden can move around like this? Then I started thinking, this is the reason why they brought this fight all the way to fucking Iraq, man, to the dunes. We don't know what the fuck their section of bodies rules is. We don't know shit about what drugs they can use, what they can use in Iraq. We don't know.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? But still in all, even though I think this fight is some fishy with this fight, still in all, I hold Andy Ruiz accountable. Still in all, because why the fuck he coming at 283 pounds, man? You're only 6'2". And that's being generous.
But you know why he came in. You know why he came in at that weight. Come on, Doug.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Me and you know he knows. But I'm talking to the general public, people who don't think like we do. Why the fuck this motherfucker coming at 283 pounds, man?
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest someone ever came in at.
Exactly.
In the heavyweight history, that's the biggest somebody ever came in at his height.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, and at the end of the day, it's a win for Joshua. It's a loss for Andy Ruiz. We can't get past that. But what Eddie Hearn said, being undisputed don't matter, and one face, one name don't matter, then let me know what they finna get ready to do.
Yep.
They finna get ready to duck the shit out of Deontay Wilder.
Facts.
So, at the end of the day, if Deontay Wilder never gets undisputed, you understand the politics of boxing.
Yep.
The politics of boxing can keep a great fighter from being undisputed. This is a different situation from the Canelo situation. All Canelo had to do was make one fight with Andre. That's all he had to do. But Deontay Wilder, he's been cut off at every turn. Because I'll be very surprised if Joshua fight Deontay Wilder. Very surprised. In fact, I could almost put up I can put up a paycheck. What I get paid? $2,300 a paycheck. I can put up a paycheck saying that Anthony Joshua not gonna fight Deontay Wilder. I can do that in confidence, man. The reason why I can do that in confidence is because Joshua even said out his mouth that he ain't gonna fight Deontay Wilder, and now Eddie Hearn is saying that one face, one name is bullshit. So they're on the same page.
Yep.
They're on the same page because we all know Anthony Joshua don't make his own decisions. Eddie Hearn make it for him. So Eddie Hearn saying the same shit. Eddie Hearn saying, "Fuck that. Fuck one face, one name. Fuck all that shit." So the fact that they're on the same page lets me know Deontay Wilder, he just not might get undisputed. So we can't hold it against him because we see he's trying. He's trying to be undisputed. But the powers that be not gonna let him. What's up, Ox?
Yep.
That's all I got.
Yep. That's it. Ox, talk to us, man. Talk to us, man. What did you see in this fight?
Hey, man, like I was trying to tell cats, you turn my TV up. I was trying to tell cats, in the service, man, what they would do is they would say, okay, we got a port visit in Dubai, Jebel Ali, right? But they're going to say, okay, we got the PRT right before we hit port, which is a physical identity test every 6 months. You know what I mean? And if you're a part of a mobilized unit, you gotta put on more than that. And so, as you come from the Pacific across the seas, man, before you hit that equator, you're trying to get your rest, man. You're trying to train. You want to change your training up. You want to change your diet up before you get on the other side of the world. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of people that can't fly from California to Texas or California to New York without getting sick when they touch down. And what's not talked about in fights is when fighters are coming down, their body, coming down in weight, getting ready, their body is under extreme amount of stress, emotionally and physically. So a lot of fighters fight with the flu and colds and shit like that, and walking pneumonia, and we just don't know about it. So it takes a lot of discipline, and it's a science itself to prepare for a fight. And like I told cats, man, this guy is sitting up here eating pizza and wings and shit 2 days before Thanksgiving. So I'm not really going to say that the fix was in. I just really think that old boy Cholo got cocky and thought, oh, I can knock this motherfucker out. He did. The Mexican boxing fan community, oh, he's a quitter, fool. He's a bitch, fool. You know what I'm saying? Look, he gave him the belt. Oh, he's too nice. He's a gentleman. Everybody said all this shit, and I think a lot of that got to his head. Him being the first heavyweight, community, it's a legendary feat, and I'm proud of him that he at least did that. But the way I seen him, rolling around and shit like that or whatever, man, this man was taking his training seriously, getting ready for this fight, to where you can theorize that it probably was a fix. And I said, he probably got some side hustles or whatever the case is. He could either way. You know what I mean? He got some more fights ahead of him and stuff like that. He probably won't get a strap back again, but you never know. But he didn't prepare for that fight. It's like, this is I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, AJ was running shit. I don't want to hear none of that. I hate when they say that about black fighters. Just admit that the Mexican boxing style is flawed. Just admit that the Mexican boxing style does not highlight cutting off the ring. Instead of saying somebody running, say you don't know how to cut off the ring.
Exactly.
Admit that he couldn't cut off the ring. Admit that he wasn't conditioned enough. He wasn't agile enough. Admit that he didn't have the lateral hip. He didn't have the lateral hip movement to step outside the nostril to shut anything down. He didn't have any kind of other tactics other than this dirty shit that we see, hitting behind the ear, hitting behind the head, and jar you in a direction towards another punch and then catch you, almost kind of like rabbit punching. And it's like I hear a lot of bullshit. It's just, I'm not an AJ fan, but give the man credit for sticking to a game plan. and making the adjustments.
Ox, where you at right now? You stationary because you coming in and out.
Oh shit! Raining right now, so the signal is probably kind of bad.
Shit, he knows. You might have to cut him out to bring him back.
All right, talk to us, Ox.
You hear me?
Yeah, keep talking.
Yeah, so all I was saying is just, he didn't have the tools in his bag, you know what I mean, to really make the adjustments to dominate this fight. He didn't have the lateral agility. He didn't have the lateral agility. He couldn't step outside and get the ring off. He couldn't do anything else. His only
Ox, what we gonna do real quick? I'm gonna remove yourself, and then we're gonna get you back in. I'm gonna let Tom Ross take over, and then just remove yourself and get back in.
All right,
you doing that coming in and coming out. Tom Ross, go ahead and take over, man.
The Zulu Fight Channel says Andy Buster Douglas Ruiz.
Yeah, Buster Douglas 2.0, man. I tried to tell y'all wouldn't listen, man. Every time He Knows His Sport comes to be proven true, this is the funny part about it. Whether you a detractor or whether you a supporter of He Knows His Sport, you got to give He Knows His Sport credit. I put the whole totality of how the fight was going to go down in my community post. And the fight went down exactly the way that I said it was going to happen. I mentioned the weight. I mentioned AJ Redemption story. I mentioned Deontay Wilder ducking. Did not everything happen the way that I say it was going to happen? Go ahead, Tom Ross.
I got to give you your props, man. But like me and you both know, because we talk offline, that a lot of shit we agree upon. You know what I'm saying? But it's just funny that he said that Andy Buster Douglas Ruiz Jr.
Yep.
And the thing is, I like Andy Ruiz, but I can't respect being paid to lose, man. I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's the biggest fight in your life. How you not come in shape? How do you not throw combinations? Right?
Answer Irvin Hendry's question right there, dog.
Did boxing as a whole take an L today? I'm gonna say something that's very controversial, man. Anytime Eddie Hearns put on a fighting card, boxing takes an L. Anytime, man. Anytime Eddie Hearns put on a fighting card, boxing takes an L because always some shit with Eddie Hearn, man.
Facts.
It's always some shit with Eddie Hearn, man. I'm telling you, I've been in the Navy for 17 years. Eddie Hearn is like a naval officer, man. It's always some shit with them motherfuckers. You can't never trust them. You can't never trust them, man. Cause they always like he knows like motherfuckers be like opera singers. And some people don't get it because they never been to opera. But opera singers mean what he knows the saying is they be having a group of motherfuckers. It be two people on this side singing one thing, and there's two people on this side singing another thing, and they be like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's what he mean by opera singers, right? And Hearn always saying one thing and doing another. Or you always doing one thing and saying another. You know what I'm saying? So when motherfuckers like that, boxing always gonna take an L.
Yep.
Always gonna take an L. I don't trust an Eddie fight, man.
Yep.
I don't trust an Eddie fight. And the reason why we say pay to lose is because whenever a fighter looks drastically different from the last time we see him fight,
thank you.
We have to think about it. Why he look different all of a sudden?
Exactly.
Why he look different from every fight he ever fought all of a sudden? Why do Kovalev look so different all of a sudden? Why do Danny Jacobs look so different all of a sudden? If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. And I say that when I say that, people don't understand. Basically, I'm saying this: the logic adds up. When you're speaking logic is what you call. It's basically math for words. If the words don't add up, if it don't make sense, then it don't make dollars. You know what I'm saying? So if the words not adding up, that means it don't make no fucking sense, man. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck do Andy Ruiz look like somebody who could go all 12 rounds to somebody who's struggling to go 12 rounds in this fight? Looks struggling all of a sudden. How do he go from a person who throw punches and bunches to a person who only throw 1 to 3 shots? All of a sudden. All this is happening. How do AJ go for someone who was struggling in the third round to stand up straight because he was tired to a motherfucker who could bounce around like Ali? Think about this shit, man. Think about this shit, man. Do I want to say this? No, because I love boxing. But the truth be told is, with certain promoters, boxing is wrong and it's funny.
And I'm going to leave this one up for a minute because it's the facts. You know what I mean? People done came up in here and said this. He knows his sport, called this thing to a T. This is the thing with boxing fans, man. The reverse boxing fans, the detractors, they never want to give He Knows His Sport his credit, dog. I called this thing to a T. I put a lengthy ass community post. If you are a AJ Devo fanboy, then you're of course going to get hot and bothered like grits, because that's what AJ Devo fanboys do. Remember, they're from UK. So anything you say about Anthony Joshua, they're going to get offended. But I called this fight to the T because I see what other people can't see. People think that this fight was just going to be a pugilistic fight where it's going to be two fighters that's going to be fighting on fair grounds. No, it wasn't. Because if that was the case, Eddie Hearn wouldn't have ran his rabbit ass to Saudi Arabia to have a fight over there. That fight would have happened in Square Garden, or it would have happened in Las Vegas, because you would have ran it back where you lost. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. People don't use their brains. They're not three-dimensional thinkers. They don't think deep out here in these boxing streets. You have to be a deep thinker. This is why I try to tell people. There's real G's, there's super real G's, and there's ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets. And when you got somebody like Deion Sanders that say He Knows His Sport, called that ish to a T, it's because I did, man. If you guys would have went to my community post and took note of that, you would have probably changed your bet in the last minute. Look at LL. He knows you made me change my bet, dog. I'm glad I did, because I saved a lot of people, because I already saw the writing was on the wall. 268 to 283.7. And mind you, Anthony Joshua was damn near close to 240. How the hell you put on 43, 44 fucking pounds? And then you eating pizza and wings 2 weeks before the fight? Come on, man. This right here is why the zone is failing the way that it's failing. Look at this. Everybody saying it. He Knows His Sport. You definitely caught. I'm telling you, man, because He Knows His Sport is a boxing prophet, a boxing visionary, man. I can't help it. I'm a seer, dog. I can see shit motherfuckers can't see. I can't help it. It's unique. And I saw it happening exactly the way it was going to happen. And when you stand on something that's truth-telling, in truth-telling fashion, it sounds like dungness to those who don't understand it. Monty Brown, salute to you, bro. He said salute. He Knows His Sport. Champ, salute to AJ on the W. Yeah, AJ gets his W, but did he get his W off of an Andy Ruiz that was the same Andy Ruiz that fought prior? No. It was not the same Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz wasn't coming in with relentless intentions. Andy Ruiz was a guy that was paid to lose. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Y'all need to get that through y'all brains. If y'all sit here and think that this fight was a fight that you guys sat here and watched that made sense, get out of here. The freaking Hunter versus the Povetkin fight was the best fight on the card. Hunter versus Povetkin was the best fight on the card. That fight was way more entertaining than this paid-to-lose nonsense that I saw. That was the best fight. That fight right there, I loved it from when it was called a draw. So, Artie Bookley, I'm answering your question. That was the best fight of the night. That was the real fight. That was the fight that stole the show. This is why people have to understand Eddie Hearn. There you go, So True. He's a snake. This is why I try to tell you guys. Eddie Hearn is an iron, pressed ears, dusty-looking snake of a promoter, because when he sits there and says one face, one champion, one name, and spits on it, come on, that means he's not looking for Undisputed. I told you guys, these AJ Devo fanboys was going to come out. Look what happened after AJ Devo won. He went from AJ Devo to AJ Humble to now he's back to AJ Devo again, going like this. The cockiness came out. Eddie Hearn, cockiness came out. Sitting there saying this guy only had 24 fights. He's doing things that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder hasn't done. Please, the way that Andy Ruiz was still able to connect, you guys got to be real with this. If that was Deontay Wilder that was able to connect the way that Andy Ruiz was throwing some of those overhand rights and some of those shots that Andy Ruiz connected on, even though Andy Ruiz wasn't the best version of himself, come on. And then Andy Ruiz tells you at the end, oh, yeah, I didn't come in my best shape. He had the audacity No shame in his game to say I came in at my best shape, thinking he's going to get a third fight. You best believe Anthony Joshua ain't giving nobody no damn third fight. Hurricane Carter said Joshua is the last home for the UK boxing fan. Laughing my ass off. They invested everything to him. Dude is boring though. Anthony Joshua showed you his best boxing display, and you know what he showed me? He ain't ready for Tyson Fury. He ain't ready for Deontay Wilder. Go ahead, Tom Ross. Ride on them, dog.
Exactly. And as far as Tyson Fury, him and Tyson Fury would be a fight that he may lose, but him and Deontay Wilder won't be no fight.
Yep.
Deontay Wilder would not Anthony Joshua ass clean out, man. You want to know why? Guess what? He could keep at a little ass, fat ass Andy Ruiz at the end of his jab. He can't keep Deontay Wilder at the end of his jab. Deontay Wilder do something split. He paw with his jab, and he stand with a wide ass base, and he take a step in as he pawing, then he throw his right hand. He don't fight like a regular fighter, man. He take up a lot of space. Deontay Wilder takes up a lot of space in the ring, and he can close a lot of space very quick. And he has the power to knock you down or knock you out without hitting you flush. He can hit the glove and knock you out.
Yeah.
I don't even foresee Anthony Joshua taking that fight. But what we're gonna do is, and think about is, he knows this because he knows I don't call him gassing his head up, but we gonna show respect where respect is due. He knows call this shit from the gate, man.
Yep.
He called. He put the community post out there, and everything this motherfucker said came to fruition, man. So we gotta give him respect. We gotta give him respect, man. Everything he said came to fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
He knows that we both
everything,
alphas, man. So, alphas don't want to do this shit to nobody. I want the credit. I want motherfucker to be on me. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the motherfucker put the post out, and everything he said came to fruition, man. And I agree with about 80% of it, but 100% of it came to fruition. And you want to know why? Because when Bob Arum and when Eddie Hearn is concerned, you can't trust it, man. I'm gonna say it again. When Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn is concerned, you can't trust it, man. You can't trust what you say.
Answer this one, Tom Ross. Answer T Tonto Leader. He said we want part 3. Tell him what the answer is on we want part 3.
Number one, ain't gonna be no part 3.
Facts.
Ain't gonna be no part 3. Number 2, I don't want part 3. I don't want it. You wanna know why I don't want it? Because I'm disappointed in Andy Ruiz, man. This is the biggest fight of your life. How you get paid to lose? How you come in fat as fuck, man? How you don't fight like your life depended on it? You know what I'm saying? How, man? And then, man, he knows we're going back and forth. We're going back and forth since the last fight. He knows to say, you know what? He said this shit a long time ago. He probably forgot he said this shit. He said, man, Andy Ruiz acting like he comfortable. He said, Andy Ruiz drinking, partying, hanging out all night. He gonna fuck around and lose. That's no, he's not. Trying to find out. Check this shit out. This motherfucker fucking around and lost, man. So I don't want to see a number 3. When a fighter don't respect their craft, I don't want to see him fight.
Nah.
People be like, yo, why you love Mayweather so much? Mayweather sellout, Mayweather this, Mayweather that. I didn't sign up to like Mayweather because of what he do out of the ring.
Yep.
Who gives a fuck? I do a lot of shit outside of work that I'll probably get fired for if they knew about it. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of shit outside of work. Mayweather do shit a lot of shit outside the ring. But inside the ring, he is a boxing expert. Not an expert. He's a boxing master.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I fuck with him. Andy Ruiz had proven that he's hungry, but once he got the taste of being a champion, he got very comfortable, man. And then he got to the point where he could be influenced.
Exactly.
He could be influenced to be paid to lose.
Exactly.
The thing is, and that's how they get us as black people. We come up all our life, we ain't never had shit. And then Mexican people go through the same shit, believe it or not. They come up all their life, they ain't never had shit. And then they get put in a predicament where they can make all this money and all they gotta do is show up. It takes a very strong individual to say, you know what, fuck all that money, man. I'm gonna try to win this fight.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So Andy Ruiz, when I seen the scales and he came in at 283, I was hoping for better, but I knew he had lost. And
Yep.
at that point, I knew everything that he knows the sports said was right, and I knew I was wrong.
Yep.
But as a man, I can admit I was wrong. At that point, when he waited at 283, I said, you know what? Not only is Anthony Joshua gonna win, he's gonna win easily because this dude has basically said, "I'm gonna help you win."
Mm-hmm. And what did I say
Go ahead.
earlier? What did I say earlier? I said Anthony Joshua did everything that I said has come to fruition. This is why I laugh, because we already know there's a bunch of and there's a bunch of opera singers, dog. We already know that. That's why he knows the sport don't put faith in opera singers, because opera singers go everywhere and they sing opera everywhere. He knows. This person. That person. You don't put faith and trust and investment in long-term investment in a shady ass stock called opera singers, reverse bias fans, detractors. Because guess what? The reason why you call them reverse bias fans is because they only see what they want to see. Me, I don't got time for all of that. I see everything for what it is. And the truth of the fact of the matter is I called this thing down to the T. I even said Anthony Joshua needs to be in the high 230s for him to be efficient. You guys don't remember this? For many months I said this. I've never straddled the fence back and forth in a fight. I've never gone back and forth in a fight before and gone back and forth. I did this with this one because there was too many things here that told me there was glaring deficiencies in this fight. Too many things. I'm the only one, dog. This is the only platform that called this thing exactly the way it was. Either you had people that were pro Anthony Joshua or you had people that was pro Andy Ruiz. I wasn't pro nobody. I was pro the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truths. And you know what the truth of the fact of the matter was? This fight smelled fishy all across the board. And if you're an AJ fan, you're getting offended by it, then it is what it is. What's up, Tom Ross?
Hey, go back to that last comment. Go back to that last comment, man. Not LL, but the one before that.
This one?
You see that shit, man? That's the truth. Ain't that the
Exactly.
truth?
Exactly. He's going to hold them. He's going to hold them belts hostage, and he's going to fight nobody. And I'm going to address that. This is what people need to understand. Andy Ruiz is worse than Buster Douglas 2.0. Andy Ruiz is the new Andy Ruiz. Look at Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez came to that fight to rep Mexico. And Andy Ruiz was only going to get pushed up if Andy Ruiz would have won. I told you guys, man, all of Mexican community fan base turned on Andy Ruiz in one fight, dog. They turned on him. When Andy Ruiz had the nerve to sit there and say, oh, I shouldn't have gained all that weight. You already lost your fan base by saying that nonsense. And here's the thing that people need to understand, and this is going to address this right here. AJ is about to hold all them belts hostage and fight nobody. He's not going to fight Deontay Wilder. Because look what Anthony Joshua did. This is why I told you guys, if Anthony Joshua wins the fight, we're going to get more of the same. There's not going to be undisputed at heavyweight, folks. Wake up and smell the coffee. It's done. Because Andy Ruiz messed that up. He didn't come into the fight. He didn't take it serious because guess what? He was paid to lose in that rematch. That's why Eddie Hearn brought his big ass over there to Saudi Arabia. If you look at it, everything was set up for an AJ redemption story, man. In so much so that they had the gall and the audacity to compare it to Muhammad Ali's redemption. Muhammad Ali's redemption came off of Joe Frazier. How you gonna compare Joe Frazier to Andy Ruiz? This is what's so comical to me, man. Anything to bring a fighter up, anything to prop a fighter up. This is what they do, man. They prop fighters up. There ain't gonna be no part 3, Andy Ruiz. Wake up and smell the coffee. Part 3 is out of the equation. Part 3 is out of the door. It's not happening. So Andy Ruiz, wake up. That's not happening. You got your opportunity. You got your 15 minutes of fame. Get your ass out of there. No matter of fact, you got your 6 months of fame. Get your ass out of there. Snickers ain't going to be picking you up no more. Watch. They're going to drop your endorsement. Jimmy Kimmel Live is not going to be interviewing you. You're done. Canelo Alvarez is ashamed. He's going to be looking down on you. Like, what the hell did you do? I came to watch you win the fight. And then you turned around and lost. This is what I'm talking about. This is what makes boxing what it is. This is what makes boxing what it is. People that sit here and think pugilistically Anthony Joshua won the fight, you didn't see the real Andy Ruiz out there. Because in spurts and in moments, Andy Ruiz, if that spurt and that moment of Andy Ruiz showed up full time, there's no way Anthony Joshua would have won the fight. Did you not see at moments when Andy Ruiz was switching it up on him and he was throwing overhand rights? It brought Anthony Joshua back to that punch drunk moment of him getting knocked down. I'm not giving Anthony Joshua credit. I picked him to win on a paid to lose. And I was right. Because I said it. When I put my prediction in, I said paid to lose. That's what I said. Because I knew what it was. It was paid to lose. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. When He Knows His Sport is talking, y'all got to listen, dog. Because I be having my thumb and my needle on this stuff, man. And I'm going to tell you stuff that's rare and unique. I'm not going to tell you what everybody else is telling you. Because I don't follow status quo. I don't follow what everybody else follow. I don't follow the same flavor. I follow my own flavor. And it's called He Knows His Sport flavor. That's the flavor I follow. The He Knows His Sport flavor. So when I say paid to lose, it's not a stretch. It is paid to lose. Because Andy Ruiz blew up 43, 44 pounds. 2 weeks before a fight. A prize fight. You're eating pizza and wings. Come on, folks. Do the math. When he got on the weight scale, he was 283.7. That's the weigh-in. Look at him at fight now. He was over 300 pounds. Over 300 pounds. And then he tells you at the end of the fight, I weigh too much. What does that sound like to you? Link up with my community post. See how it matches up. You see how it matches it up. And I told you AJ was going to get a redemption story, man. And what happened? What was talked about at the end of the fight? AJ redemption story. Eddie Hearn was talking about his redemption story, man. I couldn't have called this thing any more than I could have called it. This is why I keep telling you guys, and the prediction king strikes again. And the prediction king strikes again, dog. I called this thing to a T. To a freaking T, man. I was hoping to be wrong here. And I wasn't. Not on anything. From the weigh-in to the redemption to the ducking of Deontay Wilder, all of these things happened. They spit on Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury as if these two heavyweights are not the best heavyweights in the division. What I saw tonight from Anthony Joshua, if that's the best version of him, he's in trouble with Deontay Wilder. If that's the best Anthony Joshua I saw tonight, he is in trouble with Tyson Fury. Because even him being the best version of himself, sticking and moving, he was still getting hit. If that's Deontay Wilder that's landing those rights, that's pawing with the jab, his ass is getting stopped, man. If that's Tyson Fury that's going like this, herky jerky, his ass getting stopped, man. This is the stuff I'm talking about. So y'all got to be real with yourselves, man. Anthony Joshua is a propped up UK fighter, man. That's what he is at his truest and his most properest levels. He's back to AJ Devo because AJ Devo was waiting to win so that he could be re-ingratiated back to that status. All this stuff about him telling you at the end of the fight, stay hungry, stay humble, get the crap out of here. When Teddy Atlas at the end of the first fight said, Marvin Hagler said, if you know what I'm saying, if you're sleeping in silk sheets, you know what I'm saying, you're not training. Right. How can you be training if you're sleeping in silk sheets? This man was running around in South Beach. South Beach done went ahead and took all this man's man juice. Running around there thinking that he was just going to beat up the Pillsbury Doughboy. And you know what? Andy Ruiz went from being a dynamic, awkward Pillsbury Doughboy dude to now he looked like a fat Pillsbury Doughboy dude. He looked like exactly the way that I classified him in the first fight. It was embarrassing, man. It was embarrassing. He looked exactly the way I classified him in the first fight. He looked bad. And for y'all to sit here and act like this fight was not a pay-to-lose fight, y'all being wrong with yourselves. We done seen 3 pay-to-lose fights this year. 2 of them, it is said that 3 of them is with Mexican fighters. 2 of them was with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez versus Danny Jacobs. That was pay-to-lose number 1. Then we had Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev. That was paid to lose on steroids number 2. And it just so happened that the fighter that was sitting there in the audience, Mr. Paid to Lose himself, was watching another paid to lose fighter in Anthony Joshua against Andy Ruiz. We saw 3 paid to lose fights. Now you're wondering why the sport of boxing is in the position that it's in. It's because of stuff like this, folks. You can't get behind this kind of stuff here. I'm not going to sit here and give Anthony Joshua props if he's going to sit here at the end of this damn fight, after he was gifted a fight that was obviously in a terrain that was befitting of him in Saudi Arabia, and then to turn around and to not mention Deontay Wilder. He ducked the question. I'm glad the interviewer hit the thumb on the needle because I was waiting for the Deontay Wilder question to show up. And then Eddie Hearn to spit on, oh, one face, one name, one champion, one name. That's bullshit. He said that on national TV. It's bullshit. And you guys are calling AJ Devo your fighter? Tom Ross, get at them, dog.
And it's sad, man. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? That the pure boxing fans want to see an undisputed champion in their lifetime. They want to see that, man. They want to be able to say, this dude is unequivocally the number one guy. They want to see that.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, it's not the... And a lot of times the boxers get the blame, but it's not their fault. A lot of times it's the promoters.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back into memory lane just for a second. Then we're gonna come back here, back to Andy Ruiz and Joshua. We're gonna go back in memory lane. Floyd Mayweather, Zab Judah had a fight scheduled.
Mm-hmm.
Zab Judah took a fight with Baltimore first. Even though he had a fight scheduled with Floyd. Right?
Yeah.
He fucking around lost that fight. Now, guess who the undisputed champion? The undisputed champion is Baltimore. Now, Floyd beat Zab Judah, and while he in negotiations to fight Baltimore, guess what Baltimore do? Baltimore dropped 2 belts because he don't pay the sanctioning fees.
Mm-hmm.
So when Floyd beat Baltimore, Floyd introduced as a universally recognized welterweight champion instead of undisputed.
Facts.
You want to know why they had to say universally recognized instead of undisputed? Because of a technicality. And that's what we're going through right now. This is a technicality. It's a technicality, man. Because right now, to be told, Deontay Wilder has the skills and the power to be undisputed. But he might not never see it. Because of technicality. The zone, Eddie Hearn with Matchroom, I doubt it if they're going to fight Deontay Wilder unless it's somewhere in their favor. Unless they can have it in Iraq, or they can have it with no drug testing, or they can have it. They're not going to fight him unless they have an upper hand. So when you're judging fighters, make sure you put everything into consideration.
Mm-hmm.
Because boxing is a very complicated sport.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a wins losses sport. It's very complicated, man. And the reason why I say that is because look at what Eddie Hearn said. Eddie Hearn said himself. He said, "One face, one name." Fuck all that. That don't mean nothing.
Yep.
But to the boxing fans, it means everything.
Mm-hmm.
If it was left up to us, we'd have an undisputed fighter in every weight class. Up to us.
Yep.
But guess what? You guys got to use your fucking brains. While we want undisputed, the sanctioning bodies, the promoters don't want undisputed. You want to know why?
Mm-hmm.
That's less money they get. That's less money they get.
Yep.
Less money goes to the sanctioning bodies if one person have all the belts.
Yep.
That's less money.
Yep.
Less money goes to the promoters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because now all the belts got to do is fight his mandatories. That's all he got to do.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys don't want undisputed. So
no, they don't.
So you can't say a fighter ain't not this because he wasn't undisputed. A fighter ain't that because he wasn't undisputed. These guys don't want undisputed. Period. Because it's less money.
Yep.
Hey, he knows.
Let me tell you something, man. And this is what people need to understand. Because we're going to focus strictly on this fucking fight, man. What people got to understand is this. The reason why folks don't want to accept the paid to lose, you know what I'm saying? And shout outs to LBFWN because he said this. He said he knows the sport. You called it. Andy Ruiz did worse than Buster Douglas. and lost the belt in less than 6 months. We ain't talking Buster Douglas 2.0. This is worse than Buster Douglas 2.0. You come in at 283.7 on the weigh-in. Eddie the Snake Hearn knew what he was doing. He knew taking the fight to Saudi Arabia because he knew. Y'all got to understand, if for these cats out here who's been in the service, you know what I'm talking about. You've been in the desert. Weight works against you out there in the desert, man. You can't be heavy. Anthony Joshua understood this. This is why he brought his ass in lighter. That's the only thing Anthony Joshua did that made sense. You have to come in at a lighter weight. Andy Ruiz goes in there 43 something more pounds than what he was supposed to go into. What did you expect was going to happen when he did that? Y'all got to think for a second, man. Y'all have to think for a second. I'm asking these boxing fans to think. Put your reverse bias to the side. Put your detractorisms to the side and use your brain and think for a second. And this is the problem. People are not using their brains and people are not thinking. Because if you're using your brain and you're thinking, you could see that this was a pay-to-lose fight. So I try to tell people, man, I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys, this is how the fight went down and it was broken down this way. Too many panderers for you guys to be entertained by that. They'll give you that because that's what I told you. There's a bunch of pandering narratives out there. It's to pander to whatever fan base. I don't have time to pander. If you don't want to hear the cold-hearted, unadulterated, cutthroat truths, there's a damn door. It is what it is. That's not going to change me from telling you what I feel, because what I feel has to always line up with the truth. And what I saw in that fight is I saw a big-ass heavy dude that came in the fight eating pizza and wings 2 weeks prior to his fight, knowing that he was going to get $10 more million because he got $17 million in this one, right? Comfortable, chilling. Remember what he said after the first fight? He said he already is comfortable enough to take care of his family. This guy already knew what he was doing. He came into this fight doing this. I'm sorry to say this, man, but Andy Ruiz Jr., we don't even know what was all put in that rematch clause. But he had to follow that thing to the T because Eddie Hearn was about to sue his ass if he didn't. That's what y'all got to understand. And look what AJ and Eddie Hearn did. They ducking Deontay Wilder. So it's back to the same thing. Now we got to hear a bunch of these UK crazy ass fans because they've been re-ingratiated. Notice for 6+ months, they've been on witness protection and AWOL status, right? These AJ fans, they've been on higgity hush status. Now they're back. Now we got to hear, only you, sweet Caroline. Ha, ha, ha. That bullshit is coming back. That's what we heard. That bullshit is coming back. So good, so good, so good. Sweet Caroline. Ha, ha, ha. That's that shit coming back, man. Y'all motherfuckers got to get y'all brains ready for that. That's what's coming back. Y'all, AJ Debo is back. He's ingratiated. I've never seen so much promotion at the end of the fight that happened the way it did. All of these fans jumping in the world like AJ Devo did something that was so unique. You beat a guy that you were supposed to beat in the first place. Am I supposed to be impressed with that, Anthony Joshua? Because Deontay Wilder wouldn't lose to no damn Andy Ruiz no first time. Not even Tyson Fury. And as much as I give Tyson Fury problems for his mental lapse, well, not even him. Because look at what Tyson Fury did in the Otto Wallin fight. And that was a troubling fight. I still felt he lost that fight. But look what ended up happening in that fight. Tyson Fury found a way to win the absolute fight. He found a way to do it. Thank you, So Truth. Get them damn trolls out of here, man. We ain't got time for that. You see trolls talking, get their ass out of here. If you ain't gonna talk boxing, get your ass out of here. Here's the thing that people need to understand. When you sit there and look at the totality of what happened, Tyson Fury found a way to unction himself, even though he had a cut. He was a true champion. I got to give him that. As much as I get on Tyson Fury, with a cut, he still found a way to at least make it to the end of the fight. Even though I felt he lost the fight, he fought like a champion. That's what champions do. Anthony Joshua lost to Andy Ruiz, a fighter that he was supposed to lose to. A fighter that he was not supposed to lose to. And we're going to be impressed by that? Oh, man, that's nonsense. That's nonsense.
He knows. Go back and comment.
This one.
Why wasn't Wilder there at the fight to call him out? Did you know they don't allow Wilder in the ring? Wilder goes to after the Joshua fights, they don't let him in the ring.
No, they don't allow him.
They don't let him in the ring because they don't want Wilder to fight Joshua. They for the police is at the ring saying he can't get in there. That's why. Go ahead, you got it. I just want to address that one thing.
And let me say this: Hurricane Carter said this. Every time the heavyweight division take a hit, Wilder has to bail it out. Here comes Wilder versus Fury to save the day again. Thank you, bro. Thank you. The real heavyweight fight is the one on 222, man. That's the real heavyweight fight. Ain't nobody checking for no damn Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua. That was never a real heavyweight fight because Anthony Joshua was never supposed to lose to the Pillsbury Doughboy. I'm sorry to say that. He was never supposed to lose to him. This is why I picked Anthony Joshua to come back. Woo! My boy Irvin Hendry said it. Hey, Irvin Hendry, you remember when I said that, dog? AJ Devo is a celestial being, dog. He's worshiped. The AJ deity is back in full effect. The worshiping is back with that Sweet Carolina. I knew it was back, man, because they sit here and they propagate this nonsense, man. Y'all going to see boxing go back to what it was with the heavyweight division. I told you guys, man, this AJ versus Wilder fight has nothing to do with AJ. It has everything to do. It has nothing to do with Wilder. It has everything to do with AJ, man. Him and Eddie Hearn. Look what James Dax said. Eddie Hearn has to destroy the one face, one champ, one name narrative because it reduces the zone's relevance. Thank you. That's the true alpha talking right there, dog, because it does. And see, when you don't hear what you want to hear here, you run like a cockroach. Remember what I said? La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Yo no puedo caminar. Anyone that knows Spanish, la cucaracha, la cucaracha. Yo no puedo caminar.
Yo no puedo caminar.
We could appreciate this because he's Hispanic, just like he's black. And I'm going to say it again because number 3 is for confirmation. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Yo no puedo caminar.
Yo no puedo caminar.
That's what people need to understand. A bunch of fucking roaches, man. That's what the zone is, man. That's what they've been putting up. Cockroaches after cockroaches after cockroaches, man. Don't nobody want to hear this nonsense. Shauna O said that's not the British anthem. Yes, it is. Sweet Caroline. I heard that bullshit. So good. So good. I'm like, that's so not good. Because Andy Ruiz pissed me off. Because this man didn't even come in fighting the way that he was supposed to fight. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous on so many levels. Now, AJ, the celestial being, has been promoted back to his deity. And guess what's going to happen? We got to deal with his ass again. I was loving boxing for 6.5 months. I don't know about you, Tom Ross, but I was loving it because Anthony Joshua was reduced to AJ Humble. Now he is back to AJ Devo, a.k.a. AJ, the celestial being. This is the Anthony Joshua that when you shake his hands, I want y'all to go watch that video, man, when he was right there standing next to Floyd Mayweather. This is why I call him celestial being. Y'all don't know why I call him this. Irvin Hendry, you know, because I made a video about this way some time ago. AJ Devo will shake your hand, and then he would take his hand and wipe it on the back of the bodyguard's hand as if he's a celestial being, and how dare you shake his hand. This is the guy that's been reenacted back into boxing because they know because of the way that they lost to Andy Ruiz, they go hold on to that belt until Anthony Joshua retires. They don't want no parts. And when I say no parts, they don't want no parts of Deontay Wilder. Because let's keep it a buck. Andy Ruiz, as much as he was paid to lose in that fight, as much as he was sitting there not giving you his all, he still was landing shots that if it was Deontay Wilder that landed those shots, if it was Tyson Fury that landed those shots, Anthony Joshua would have been in trouble. He would have been in trouble. He would have been in freaking trouble. And what y'all got to face as boxing fans is the facts. And you know what the facts is? Here we go with the Deontay Wilder and the Anthony Joshua standstill. And it's not going to be Deontay Wilder's fault because like Tom Ross said, Deontay Wilder's not even allowed to go into those fights because if Deontay Wilder steps in there, Deontay Wilder's going to say, hey, you going to fight me next? after I beat Tyson Fury? And you know what? Anthony Joshua doesn't want to answer that question. That's why Anthony Joshua initially said, if Deontay Wilder comes to the fight, I'm going to have bodyguards right there. He's not going to be able to walk into the ring entrance. This came out of Anthony Joshua's mouth. Y'all don't remember this? This is what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. Back to the same mediocrity nonsense. If you're a UK fan, then sweet Caroline your ass up all you want. But guess what? Back to the same ducking and back to the same nonsense, man. I'm sick and tired of this, man. This is what boxing has returned back to. The ridiculous Rudy Poo and plum brain garbage. Go ahead, talk to them, Ross.
But I could take solace in all this. I could take solace in Deontay Wilder. Because while AJ is a coward, Deontay Wilder is a living legend, a living hero. So while he might not get the Joshua fight, Deontay Wilder is going to defend his crown against Fury. He's going to knock out Fury. Then he's going to try for the Joshua fight. He's not going to get it. Then he's going to go for his detractors. Who's been talking the most shit about Deontay Wilder? Dillian White. Then he's going to knock Dillian White ass out first round. Dillian White's not going to last more. I'll give Dillian White 3 rounds. I'm predicting the first round, I'll give him 3. He's going to dispatch Dillian White fucking ass, man. Then after that, guess who else been talking shit? Big Baby Miller. He been talking shit too. He going to dispatch that motherfucker's ass. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we going to have to give Deontay Wilder his credit because he can't help the fact that the people with the belts don't want to fight him. He can't help that. He can't help that. All he can do is fight the people who he can't fight. He can't help that Anthony Joshua is petrified of him. He can't help it. You know what I'm saying? So, at this point from now on, if Anthony Joshua's not trying to unify with Deontay Wilder, I'm not watching his fights.
No, I ain't watching that shit either. I'm not watching it either, man.
I can't support it. Just like I can't support Pacquiao, because Pacquiao not trying to unify the welterweight belts. Just like I can't support Canelo no more. I was a Canelo supporter. I can't support Canelo no more. He's not trying to be unified at 160. Whenever you have these belts and you're not trying to unify, I got to step back. I got to step back. It's thousands of people covering these fights on YouTube. I can find out who won the fight from them. I ain't got to watch it. I ain't got to spend my money for that shit. I'm not spending my money to watch Anthony Joshua. If you're not trying to fight Deontay Wilder, I'm not spending my money on it.
That's fact. That's facts. And let me just say this. Real quick. And people need to understand this real quick. Hurricane Carter, when these weak fights happen, people have to say something. It's not about hate. It's just true. Whether it's Thurman, Danny Garcia, Joshua Canelo, the DuckTales and mediocrity has to be exposed. Facts. LBFWN said, watch when Wilder beats Fury on 222, because what he's saying right here is deep. Deontay asked for a unification bout. AJ will be ghosting. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. He's going to ghost. He's going to ghost. And anyone that doesn't understand what's going on here, I feel sorry for you, man. Oh, salute to you, Valiant Boxing. Anyone that doesn't understand this, I feel sorry for you, man. This was not a fight that Anthony Joshua did because Anthony Joshua won off of the strength of him being better. Was he in better shape? Yes. But was this fight fought realistically from a pugilistic standpoint on a fair ground? No, it wasn't, because to fight it on a fair ground, meaning you had to run it back where you lost it, and that was Madison Square Garden. What happened to that? Because Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua fooled the boxing fan base when they said we're going to run it back where he lost it at. Go ahead, Tom Ross. I know you want to say something.
James comment says if Wilder is ducking White, he's for sure ducking AJ. James, how is Wilder ducking White? That's number one. Please put that in the comments. How is Wilder ducking White? White just barely became Wilder's mandatory. As soon as he became Wilder's mandatory, guess what he did? He popped on PEDs, which took him out of being Wilder's mandatory. So how is Wilder ducking White?
Exactly.
How the fuck would Wilder duck AJ when AJ got knocked out by Andy Ruiz?
Exactly.
When you a power puncher, you don't duck nobody who you know you can knock out.
Exactly.
Think about that. If Andy Ruiz knocked out AJ, Wilder knows he can knock him out.
Mm-hmm. And like Michael Fleming said, Wilder is already going to be one of the greatest when he stops. Every heavyweight is chasing Wilder. Facts.
Yeah, because that's facts. Michael Fleming, that's facts, man. Because Wilder is already being mentioned with the greatest boxer, with the greatest heavyweights of all time.
Tom Ross, I want you to address this one right here.
Wilder signed 2 years of rematches 2 days before Joshua Ruiz. Number one, what is there any more to what he said?
That's it.
That's all he said.
Yeah.
Wilder signed 2 years of rematches with who?
And then here's the second part of it.
What y'all don't realize is White was made to wait because White, first of all, Wilder fights all his mandatories.
Facts.
White was never a mandatory. He was never a mandatory. Being a silver champion don't make you a mandatory. This is how mandatories are created.
Mm-hmm.
Number one and number two fight each other for the recognition of being a mandatory. So number one, number two challenger fight each other to become the mandatory for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
White never did that. White have his silver belt, and he never did that. He never went through the route that everybody else go through. Who is he to be special? Who are you? And number one, whoever that was, explain how White could beat Wilder. Explain to me in the comments. How can White beat Wilder? What is he gonna do that nobody else could do?
That's facts.
What is White? White is limited. He sucks. He ain't that good. White is not that good.
Mm-hmm.
White is worse than Buster Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
How is White gonna be? Y'all don't realize what y'all seeing in Wilder. What you're seeing in Wilder is somebody who could have competed in every year, in every decade of a heavyweight boxing history. He could have competed with anyone. White is less than Buster Douglas, man. White couldn't have beat Mike Tyson. Deontay Wilder could. White can't. Deontay Wilder and White is not on the same level. White showed a text where Wilder said that he's going to freeze him out for 2 years because White just got cleared by UCAT. Okay. How do you know that was Wilder's number? How do you know that was Wilder texting him? Think about that, man. He showed a text from who? Who did the text come from? Don't be dumb, man. Plus, White just got cleared by UCAT. The fact that he has to be cleared lets you know there's something wrong with him. There's a deficiency. You ever heard where Muhammad Ali had to be cleared? Sugar Ray Leonard had to be cleared. Sugar Ray Robinson had to be cleared. Floyd Mayweather Jr. had to be cleared. Great fighters don't got to be cleared. They come in to fight clean. So what is y'all talking about? So, James, I'm asking you a direct question. You believe White could beat Fury? You believe White could beat Wilder? And if you do, tell me how. James, in the comments, tell me how White could beat Wilder. What is he going to do that Ortiz couldn't, that Fury couldn't? What is White going to do to Wilder that all these other guys couldn't do? Please tell me. Please. In the comments, please. Tell me how White is going to beat Wilder. The fact of the matter is, James, you and people like you don't like to see people like Wilder on top, man. You would rather a troll be on top. That's all White. Let's be real. That's all White is. White is a fucking troll, man. You'd rather someone like White be on top. But nah, you gotta deal with a real black man and Deontay Wilder. You gotta deal with him, man. You know what I'm saying? Dillian White doesn't have a chance in hell to beat Wilder, man. He doesn't have a chance. Tyson Fury tried his best. And with Tyson Fury, they say he was a master boxer. They say Tyson Fury was a master boxer. He only landed 13 more punches the whole fight than Deontay Wilder. 13 punches isn't enough to 13 punches isn't enough to say who won or lost. But in the amount of that fight, guess who hit the canvas twice? Tyson Fury. So in essence, Deontay Wilder was robbed that fight. Because the only thing separating them was 13 punches. That's not enough to say you won in a fight.
Exactly.
You know how many punches Floyd Mayweather had to be up for them to say he clearly won a fight? He had to be up 100.
Yeah.
13 punches? That means that's still a fight.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a fight. You don't know who winning.
Yep.
You can't tell who.
Yep.
You can't tell who landed 13 punches over the course of 12 rounds. You can't tell. You're a fucking liar if you know one person landed 13 more punches than the other person in the course of the 12 rounds. You don't know. As far as you're concerned, that's an even fight. But guess who put the other person on their back twice? Deontay Wilder did.
Mm-hmm.
And if Deontay Wilder could do that shit to Tyson Fury, who y'all say that outboxed Deontay Wilder, he could do that shit to Dillian White too. Dillian White is just promoting himself.
Let me address this real quick. Rich Rice is a stand-up guy. It's not in his makeup to throw a fight. He simply did not prepare well, and AJ simply fought a smart fight. I dare say with the same type strategy as Lennox versus Tyson. Let me explain something with that comment there. What people have to understand is you'll throw a fight with the right type of money. We saw this with Sergey Kovalev. Sergey Kovalev was basically having to owe a Russian mobster money. So he needed to get them $12 million so he could pay back his debt and basically be able to have something. So that's why he said in that Canelo Alvarez paid to lose fight on steroids that it was impossible for me to win, because he understood he wasn't going to win because the obstacle was for him to be paid to lose. This is what I'm trying to do. I'm exposing the corruption in the sport of boxing, man. You guys don't understand. There's corruption in this sport on so many levels. Hurricane Carter said the power of boxing organization decreases when it lets guys like Joshua babysit belts. Facts. Wilder only has the WBC and everyone knows he's the top dog. Wilder should be the one to have all of the belts. It shouldn't be Joshua, because when Wilder has all of the belts, it tells you that Wilder is the one that's going to fight everyone. He fights all of his mandatories, man, and he's willing to sit there and have unification bouts so he could be undisputed. LBFWN said Deontay has 10 successfully consecutive defended heavyweight title bouts. That's greatness, even for a guy that doesn't have the greatest skill set. Facts. I mean, come on. What more does Deontay Wilder have to do? Now, Deontay Wilder tied Muhammad Ali in something that's unprecedented. Anthony Joshua did something that's similar to Muhammad Ali, but guess what? The reason why it doesn't get credit and no credibility is because you're comparing apples to oranges here. You're comparing a redemption story with Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier, Andy Ruiz ain't no damn Joe Frazier. So I don't want to hear this when Eddie Hearn says, oh, this is like Muhammad Ali. No, the fuck it isn't, man. So Joe Frazier and Andy Ruiz Jr. are the same fighters? Come on, man. See, this is the nonsense that we're talking about here when it comes to the sport of boxing that has no validity. This is what we're talking about in the sport of boxing when it has no validity. This is what we're talking about that stands on no ground and on no merit, and people need to understand this for what it is. The sport has a bunch of hogwash. The sport has a whole bunch of corruption that's associated around it. And people need to address the elephant in the damn room when it's associated with this, man. This is the sad part about the sport that people don't understand. And when he knows the sport keeps addressing this elephant in the room, you guys don't want to hear it. The sport is corrupt, man. The sport is corrupt on so many portions, man. Anthony Joshua, the reason why he's lighter is because he weaned off of HGH. Wasn't because of all this, oh, I'm just training, I'm lighter and all. Y'all fell for that BS, man. The man just dropped 10 pounds. You can drop 10 pounds weaning off of a cycle of PEDs. Dillian White is a PED user, man. You think Deontay Wilder was going to sit there and fight a guy that uses PEDs? I mean, come on. This is what's making me laugh and what's making me not understand what's going on in you guys' brains as boxing fans. You only want to hear what you only want to hear. Only the real ones out here that's in this chat that's hearing the truth here, man. These other folks here, they just hear what they want to hear. They're not hearing the truth, man. Because I told you, the truth is like horse dungness to those that don't want to accept it. If you don't want to accept it, right, it's going to be horse dungness to you, man. But let me tell you something about the truth. It will always have its day, whether you want to accept it or not. Anthony Joshua is not what you guys think that he is. He never was. He got exposed by Andy Ruiz Jr. because he was supposed to get exposed. You know why? He's chinny chin chin chin. How can a chinny chin heavyweight fighter be able to dominate in the fashion that he's able to dominate in? Come on. You got to look at the fights that this man is fighting. He's a smoke and mirrors heavyweight fighter. I'm not putting him above Tyson Fury, and I'm damn sure not putting him above Deontay Wilder. We already got the super fight of the heavyweight division, folks. That's Wilder versus Fury. That's the super fight of the heavyweight division. Not no damn AJ. So when you guys sit here and talk about AJ, you guys have to understand the fighter that you're talking about here. This is what people need to understand. The sport of boxing is what you guys don't understand that it is, man. It's a sport that's predicated upon a lot of situations that's controversial, man. It's because they have to promote and bring up a fighter. AJ's making a certain amount of money. He has a certain amount of cachet. So because he has that, he has to look in accordance with that. Thank you, So True. He said 100. The sport was built on corruption. When I'm sitting here and telling you guys this stuff, you guys act like this stuff don't exist. And you know what's funny? The same people that say the sport is not corrupt, this fight was judged fairly, it should be about boxing. They're the same ones when it doesn't go in their favor, oh, it was corrupt. They sat here and said that Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz was a paid-to-lose fight because Deontay Wilder hit him with a snappy right. You see what I'm saying? When the agenda doesn't fit you, then it's a corruption. But when the agenda fits you, oh no, he won fair and square. Come on, man, make up your damn mind. Keep that same energy, dog. That's why I always say keep that same energy. Like my boy Earl the True Spence say, keep that same energy. Y'all don't keep the same energy, man. Talk to them, Tom Ross.
Yeah, man. Everything you saying, man, is rolling on all cylinders, man. But I got one thing to add. And the thing I got to add is, how can you in your right mind say Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz was paid to lose? Even though Ortiz looked just like himself, smart, sharp.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Clean punches. But you got to ask yourself, did Ruiz like himself?
Facts.
He did not. Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Did Anthony Joshua look like himself? He did not.
Exactly.
So you got to ask yourself, what's the possibility of two fighters coming to a fight and looking like completely different fighters when they've been fighting the same way their whole career?
There go your boy, Tom Ross. There go your boy. There go your boy. There go your boy, Uncle Daniel H. Alexander. There you go.
That's my man. Why would Ruiz go into a fight 30 pounds heavier? Because he was paid to lose.
There you go.
For him to go into the fight 30 pounds heavier, he had to try to gain that weight.
Exactly.
The reason why I say this is he had already lost 25 pounds. He was already on the slimmer side. He was already on the muscular side. you were starting to see Andy Ruiz muscle in his neck and his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Already. And then he go from that to being fat as fuck in the fight. He tried to put that weight back on.
Yep.
But what we're not asking ourselves is why.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why? Some fighters don't get into fighting for Undisputed. They don't get into fighting for the best. They get into fighting just because they got to provide for their families. And I can't knock them. I can't knock them. Do I like it? No. But I can't knock them. But as far as Deontay Wilder is concerned, it's twofold. He want to provide for his daughter with spinal bifida. He want to provide for his lovely wife. But he also want to be the best fighter. And Deontay Wilder, as much as he loves his family, as much as he wants to provide for his daughter, he's not going to fix no fight.
Yep.
It's not in him. It's not in him, man. It's not in Deontay Wilder to do that shit, man.
Exactly.
And so the people who are so young, just saying, oh, it wasn't a fixed fight. Andrew Ruiz just came in out of shape. Andrew Ruiz is out of shape for the first fight. So fuck is you talking about? Andrew Ruiz been out of shape his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't say it don't got nothing to do with being thrown. He was just out of shape. Andrew Ruiz always out of shape. That's not how you carry yourself. He like being sloppy. He used to be out of shape. But the difference between being 230 to 240 to being 283, that's a whole other ballpark.
That's it. It is a whole nother
ballpark. Even for somebody who's a fighter, that's a whole other ballpark. The last person that was at 283 or heavier was damn near 7 feet tall.
Yep.
In the ring. He was like a giant, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Ruiz that shit was 6'1", 6'2". So you got to ask yourself, man, are you as a fan going to be biased? Or as you and live with a false reality? Or as you as a fan going to tell the truth and make this shit straight down the middle, man? Because if you keep it shit straight down the middle, you got to admit one thing. Yes, Anthony Joshua looked good. But how did he look good? Because Ruiz didn't come to fight like he normally fight.
Facts.
Anthony Joshua was getting around the ring like fucking Muhammad Ali. How he doing this when he's never done this before?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think about that, man.
That's facts.
Fighters fight according to habit, according to how they train, and according to their heart, right?
Yep.
So how do a motherfucker go from being stopped and quit to a motherfucker who's dancing around like Muhammad Ali with stamina for days? Doesn't make no sense.
That's it.
Think about Errol Spence. Think about Floyd Mayweather Jr. These guys came from the beginning. They always had stamina, and they got stamina now. You don't go from a nigga that don't got no stamina to have a superior stamina. Mediocre stamina, yeah, but superior stamina, no. Superior stamina is something you work for. You got to work for that.
Facts.
You don't just get that in the course of 6 months. You don't go from a motherfucker who quit to have a superior stamina in less than 6 months. That's not how life works.
That's it. Talk to them.
I know you love your favorite fighter. I love my favorite fighters. I love Floyd Mayweather Jr. I love Muhammad Ali. I love Joe Louis. And I love Errol Spence Jr. But I tell you what, if Errol Spence Jr. go from a motherfucker who got to beat you up to knock you out with one punch, I'm going to have something to say about that.
Exactly.
I'm going to have something to say about that.
Yep.
But guess what? That's not his moniker. That ain't what he do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start looking at him.
Yep.
And the fact that you are not looking at the person you like, let me know you a fake-ass motherfucker.
That's it.
You a fake motherfucker. Because you're not looking at the person that you like. If Floyd Mayweather Jr. went from knocking motherfuckers out in the beginning of his career to outboxing them in the middle and the last end of his career to now knocking people out with one punch, I'm going to start looking at Floyd. I'm like, you know what? Floyd taking that shit. How the fuck you going from outboxing motherfuckers to knocking them out with one punch?
Exactly.
The fact that y'all don't do that, y'all some fake motherfuckers, man. He knows. Go ahead, talk to these niggas, man.
That's it. And that's the double standard. This is what we talking about when we say debunking the double standards associated with boxing. They don't want to hear it, man. They don't want to hear this, man, because we speaking that manner, dog. That manner of boxing. That's what we speaking here, man. We speaking the manner of sports. We ain't got time to be sitting here and agreeing with people, going by agendas, going by communities. We don't do that over here, man. We go by what's real, and we go by what's on the platform and what's in cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truth-telling fashion. That's what this platform is all about. And the problem is when he knows his sport keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. When he knows his sport keeps the foot on the what? On the necks. Keeping the foot on the damn necks, man, and applying unlimited pressure. Because pressure does what? It bursts pipes. When them pipes start bursting, man, people don't know how to handle it. They go on A1 witness protection style. That's what they do. That's what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to accept the truth. We don't got time to sit here and sugarcoat and give people what they want. We're going to give you guys what needs to be talked about here. And what we saw here in this fight was a paid-to-lose fight. Andy Ruiz was not prepared. He fought an AJ Devo, a AJ Clown, that now is being propagated as the guy in the heavyweight division. What happened to, oh yeah, Anthony Joshua was exposed. Oh yeah, Anthony Joshua is not the fighter that he once was. Oh yeah, Anthony Joshua is this guy that not only did he get exposed, but at the same time, Anthony Joshua is this fighter that everyone needs to pay attention to. The problem is this: reverse bias fans and what we call detractors don't want to hear the truth, man. They just want to come in here and be what we call bed bugs. That's what they want to do. But we're not going to address that. What we're going to focus on here is boxing. And what we're seeing here is a double standard. That's what we're seeing here, a double standard. Rip B. Brazy, you got a wrench, dog. Clean it up. Clean it up. We ain't got time for the foolery. That's why the wrenches are here. We cleaning it up. This channel here, we ain't dealing with the nonsense. You don't come. This is and let me address something here. People go on other people's platform and they know they got to come correct, but they come on He Knows the Sport platform and disrespect the platform. There ain't gonna be no more disrespecting on this platform. If you ain't gonna keep it boxing, I don't care if you have a difference of opinion. But keep that thing boxing. Don't come on my platform and disrespect. You get this, you disrespect on this platform, you get your ass out of there. So my wrenches, you have every right. If you see any form of disrespect, boot it out of here. That's it. We ain't got time for the nonsense here. Because at the end of the day, I'm not begging for people to be on my channel. What I'm asking for is for the real ones, the super real G's and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing streets to be here. And if you want to be here, then show your ass up and be here. Jose Yepes, Jose Yepes, don't give me this nonsense. Don't give me this nonsense. See? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. AJ won fair and square. No, your boy lost. And I know you on witness protection, just like your boy Andy Ruiz. You on witness protection. We ain't got time for the nonsense here, man. Now, one thing y'all gonna understand, and I'm telling y'all this right now, so it's very clear and it's raining clear. Hurricane Carter, here you go, fam. Bomb. They go to wrench. I ain't got time for this nonsense. My wrenches, they come up in here and they disrespect the platform, get their ass out of there. Tito Toledo is straight because Tito Toledo keeps it boxing. I don't care that Tito Toledo has a difference of opinion. I don't care if people have a difference of opinion. I'm going to make that very clear. You can have a difference of opinion on this platform, but you're not going to disrespect the platform. You're not going to promote other platforms, and you're not going to be disrespectful. If you're going to be disrespectful, you're getting booted out of there. I don't want to hear no about other platforms. I don't want to hear about ill-advised solicitations and promotions. All of that's getting out of here. If you can't keep it boxing and talk, I don't care if you say the most controversial thing. Keep it about the damn sport. It's really that simple. That's all I got to say with that. But yeah, back on to what we was talking about here. When you sit here and you look at the fight for what it is and the totality of what it is, Andy Ruiz did everything that fell under the the criteria of paid to lose, man. He knew he was taking his ass to the desert. Why you gonna gain freaking 16 pounds? Why you gonna be sitting there eating chalupas and tacos? Why you gonna be sitting there drinking Coronas? Because that's what he was doing. Y'all go watch the video, man. Andy Ruiz was eating pizzas, Andy Ruiz was eating wings, and Andy Ruiz was drinking Coronas. They ain't talk about that. Tom Ross, in my line, he was drinking Coronas, dog. How you gonna drink? Do you not understand what beer does to you? Do you not understand what beer does to you? Beer makes you bloated, man.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol is the worst thing for a fighter going into a prize fight. Oh, how come I was so slow? How come my combinations wasn't there? Because you was drinking and eating all over the damn place. That's why.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And I'm glad you said it was boring like a and I like the first part of what you said, but the second part was off. And let me explain why. Because this was a DAZN fight. This is the thing. DAZN has been giving us shoddy performances. The best fight cards have been with PBC. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people this stuff.
Right.
And like my boy Daniel Alexander said, a Joshua loss would have been the end of DAZN and Hearn. That's facts. That's why they had to ensure that Anthony Joshua won. Go ahead, Tom Ross.
Let me chime in on the idiot that said it was boring like a Mayweather fight. So the reason why he said, instead of saying it was boring, he said it was boring like a Mayweather, that's supposed to be a dig to Mayweather. But the thing about it is, in this fight, you didn't see any masterful boxing. Me personally, I'm not bored in the Mayweather fight. I've never seen a Mayweather fight that was boring.
Facts.
Why? Because I understand boxing. So I understand how hard it is to do what Mayweather is doing. But as someone who's not as intelligent as I am, they know as much of boxing as I do, I can see how you could be bored. Think about it. People are bored watching chess. People are bored watching golf. Mm-hmm. Why? Because they don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as me, when I watch golf, I know what's going on because I could golf. When I watch boxing, I know what's going on because I can box. And when I watch chess, I know what's going on because I can play chess. So when you say a fight is boring, basically what you're saying is intellectually, you don't know what the fuck was going on. and what was going on is this. AJ was staying away from Andy Ruiz because he didn't want to get knocked out again. He knew as long as he's still on his feet and he put on a good fight, he was going to get a unanimous decision. That was going on. Common sense would tell you that. That was going on. And in AJ's defense, even though he had a lot of shit on his side, Andy Ruiz didn't look too good.
Yep.
So it wasn't like AJ was just running. When AJ did hit Andy Ruiz, he was splitting his shit wide open. He was touching Andy Ruiz's ass. But the reason why Andy Ruiz was getting touched so easy is because, number one, he came in that bitch all overweight, fat as fuck, eating tamales. and then this fat motherfucker wasn't throwing no combination at all.
Address this one right here. Slick fighters are boring but effective.
If a slick fighter is boring to you, that tells me more about you than the fighters.
Mm-hmm.
That means you can't fight. That means if you get into some shit, not trying to say you're gonna get your ass whooped. Because you think slick fighters are boring.
Mm-hmm.
When you understand boxing, put it this way. I'm gonna put it to you this way, man. Floyd Mayweather, look at it from a war concept. When we showed up in Vietnam, we showed up thinking, or they showed up thinking, they're gonna fight another country on the front. They're gonna be able to see everything they could do. They're gonna be able to counter everything they could do. But that wasn't what it was. They showed up in Vietnam, and it was guerrilla warfare. They never saw the enemy. They never saw the attacks.
Yep.
They never saw the traps. They walked right into the shit.
Yep.
Mexican boxing is the United States. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is the Vietnam. You don't know what the fuck Floyd Mayweather gonna do because he's a lot smarter than you. Floyd got trap. You finally get through that trap, Floyd got counter. You get through the counter, Floyd gonna wrap your ass up. Ref separate y'all. Next thing you know, you go through trap again. Counter again.
Yep.
This is real boxing. This is real warfare.
Yep.
Real warfare, you don't show up and know what the fuck is going to happen. Real warfare, you don't know what the hell is going to happen. And that's the difference, man.
Address this one right here. Canelo is a slick fighter as well.
Canelo's not slick.
Canelo is a slick fighter. And then this one, Canelo is not my favorite, but effective. So I need you to address these.
Canelo is what you call. In Chicago, it was such thing as a big wheel and a power wheel. The big wheel was a counterfeit of the power wheel. The big wheel was just like a tricycle, kind of like a tricycle that you sat down on, and you got down, you pedaled that motherfucker. The power wheel was battery operated, man. It was like a little car for little niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Floyd is the power wheel. Canelo is a motherfucking big wheel, man. These two different things. Because wonder why? Canelo is only good with his upper body. Floyd is good with his upper body, his legs, his hands, his feints, right? Floyd got everything. Floyd is a perfect boxer. If there's one boxer in the world of boxing, and you can say it's perfect, you can say Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Yep.
In your mind, you know that Canelo's not perfect. You know Canelo's not perfect. Canelo had all he could take with a basic fighter in Golovkin. Golovkin gave Canelo all he could take. And all Golovkin got is a power jab and a straight right hand and a right hook.
Right.
That's all he got. He's a straight up and down. No special effects. And you see what Floyd did to Canelo. They two different things. So Canelo is not slick. Canelo is slicker than mediocre fighters. I give him that.
Yep.
Canelo is slicker than mediocre fighters. But he's not slick. He's not slick like we used to. We used to Pernell Whitaker, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather Jr. We used to Hopkins. We used to Roy Jones Jr. That's slick, man. We used to Ali. That's slick. Canelo ain't slick. Canelo is slick.
Facts. I like what So True. I like what So True just said here. He said Canelo is only slick against a certain type of fighter. His so-called slickness will be exposed by a true fighter like Charlo or Andrade, which is why he won't fight them. Facts.
Exactly. Canelo's true slickness comes before the fight starts. His slickness is in the contract. This nigga's in the contract.
You got to say that one again, dog. You got to say that one again. That one went over their heads.
Canelo's true slickness starts before the fight begins. His slickness starts in the contract, the rehydration clauses, the catch weights, the weight right before the fight. That's what Canelo's slick at. He's slick with the paper. But in the ring, he's a tad bit over mediocre. And when it comes to Deontay Wilder, Wilder has a skill set to fight a fight where he doesn't have to be slick. But people don't realize about boxing. You can win boxing in a myriad of ways. You can win a boxing match with slickness, a la Floyd Mayweather Jr. when his hands broke down. You can win boxing through power. Sonny Liston, Joe Lewis, Deontay Wilder. You can win boxing with the myriad of the two, a la Ali, a la Floyd Mayweather Jr. before his hands got bad. You can win boxing with sure will, a la Maidana. Maidana willed his way. He just gonna beat you up. Fuck it. Listen. You gotta kill me. You can win boxing matches in a myriad of ways. So Wilder is so gifted that he don't have to win boxing with will. He don't have to outwork you. Wilder just has to be careful and patient and to hit you one clean time. Because people don't understand this, Wilder do not fight to outbox. He don't fight to win rounds. Wilder fights to win the fight. Wilder's the type of fighter, he wouldn't be comfortable with winning rounds and winning a fight when it's perceived that he lost the actual fight.
Yep.
Do you know what that means? To win rounds, but it's perceived that you got beat up. Wilder's not comfortable with that. He would rather be the one that beats you up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's a difference. It's a difference between Wilder and a Tyson Fury. It's a difference between Wilder and the AJ Devo. A big difference. Wilder don't even want to win. He not only does he want to win the actual fight, he wants to win the mental fight. And
now address this one. No, Wilder is not slick. Wilder has a Mexican style.
When have you ever met a Mexican that had a one-punch knockout power?
Facts.
Talk to me. Please talk to me. Someone put in the comments, please. Quick. What Mexican you know had one-punch knockout power?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing about Wilder's Mexican style, man. Because guess what? Wilder don't just sit there and just get beat up all fight. Mexican style means I walk into your punches to get beat up all night, and I look for a left hook to the body. That's Mexican style. Mexican style, you beat me up, I throw punches that don't mean shit, I land a left hook to the body to try to hit you in your what's that? The kidney or the not the kidney, but the not the kidney, but you know what I'm talking about. I give you a kidney shot and I sit you down. That's Mexican style boxing.
Yep.
Wilder's not Mexican style boxing. Wilder fights like a young Joe Louis. That's what he fights like. If you could compare Wilder to anybody, which is hard, Wilder fights like Joe Louis. He stalks you down, and he looks for that one punch to put you out your misery. And in between that punch, he's hitting you with left hooks and straight right hands, and he's walking you down. He's wearing you down. You know what I'm saying? Till he finally gets that one punch. That's Wilder. Wilder don't fight some rounds. Wilder fights for the whole fight. The whole fight. Wilder don't see fights in rounds. He sees the whole chunk. Wilder wants the whole chunk in one punch. He want to knock you out, man. He want to get it. Because truth be told, the casual fans don't want to see a real fight. They don't want to see a fight. They want to see somebody get knocked out. And Wilder is a fighter for the casual fans. He's a fighter for them. Because Wilder's trying to get them what they want. And they want to see somebody get knocked the fuck out.
That's it.
And y'all say y'all wanted that when Floyd Mayweather was dominated. Y'all say he was born. Y'all say y'all wanted somebody to knock people out. And now that y'all got Wilder, y'all still got shit to say. You know what that means? That means y'all some motherfucking biased-ass motherfuckers, man.
Yep.
And Wilder give me y'all what's up. He give me y'all what's up.
It's interesting that you said that. It's interesting that you said that, but here's the thing. You got folks like Jose that's mad because the Mexican didn't win, man. That's all it is, man. Just keep it a buck here. You expected Andy Ruiz to do the inevitable. I mean, the table was set, dog. We already knew that when it was all said and done, he was paid to lose, dog. We already knew it was Buster Douglas 2.0, man. I already said this was what was going to be the case here. I already said that. And James Dag said Canelo's a very slick with the fighter selection, judges, and contractual obligations for opponents. I'm Roth with the facts. Damn right. He's with the facts, man. They don't want to hear the truth, man. They don't want to hear the truth, dog. They just want to hear, this is what we call reverse bias fans, aka detractors, dog. They just want to hear what they want to hear and not the truth. Look at EJ88. AJ put on a boxing clinic. Yes, he did, EJ88. You know how he put on a boxing clinic? Through a paid-to-lose situation based on him working with the zone. This is why Eddie Hearn said this thing needed. This is why Eddie Hearn said this thing needed to be in Saudi Arabia. So, Truth, handle your business, man. You got every green light. If it's not about boxing, if it's anything that has nothing to do with it, boot them out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because we're doing things differently here. Everybody could go to other platforms and know what time it is. They know they can't run their mouths a certain way and they can't disrespect. Ain't gonna be no disrespecting here. You're gonna talk boxing. I don't care if you're controversial about it. I don't care if you have an opposing view about it. I don't care if what you say makes absolutely no sense. Y'all need to follow the mode of T-Tone. T-Tone talks boxing. He don't agree with what I agree with, but he keeps it boxing. If you can't do that, and you got to talk about other stuff that's outside of the realm of the sport. The wrenches, you know what to do. Boot them out of there while the true alphas get ready to say what they got to say. Now, the point that I'm trying to say is this. So Truth, you got my blessing, dog. The point that I'm trying to say, Hurricane Carter, you got my blessing. EJ88, you got my blessing, man. That's why y'all got the wrench. Y'all know what time it is, man. What people have to understand is this, man, and they have to get it. When you look at the sport of boxing for what it is, you're right, T-Tone Toledo. There's two sides in boxing. Match, two sides in talk. I don't mind the two sides. I've never minded two sides. What I do mind is coming here and showing respect for the platform and not talking about them. If you say it's boxing over everything and you're talking about keep it that. That's all I want. Just keep it the sport of boxing. Now, let's get back to what we're talking about here. What people got to understand is, like James Dag just said, EJ88, how can you take Ruiz serious when he shows up 15 pounds overweight for a championship bout? Facts. EJ88 is my boy. That's another true alpha right there. But Mexico took a hit. T-Tone Toledo, you probably rejected Andy Ruiz. I saw at the end of that fight, Andy Ruiz got booed at the end of that fight. I've never seen this before. And you know who booed him? It was the little Mexicans that was in there that booed him because they couldn't stand the fact that this guy just willingly took a paid-to-lose fight. There was no come forward. There was no, he was trying to, at the end of the fight, he was finally saying, come. Where was that all in the beginning? Where was the Cholo style? Where was everything, dog? Because they knew Andy Ruiz was that guinea pig. That's why they don't have no legs to stand on, dog. I'm loving the month of December because you know what the month of December is? It's my month, by the way. That's my birthday month. The month of December is the end of the year. And on the end of the year, the Mexicans took a fat L. The Mexican community fan base took a fat double L because their first Mexican heavyweight was only a heavyweight for 6 months, dog. Andy Ruiz went from being the most dynamic, talked about heavyweight to now he out there looking like Butterbean. Shout outs to Rip B. Brazy. He went from being that dynamic Pillsbury Doughboy that had fast hands to actually looking like a Pillsbury Doughboy. He knows his sport was right, dog. My prediction, King Fashion on Andy Ruiz, came in delayed fashion, man. And I don't mind that it came in delayed because guess what? You get the last W at the end of the day. Canelo Alvarez showed up for Andy Ruiz. You will never see Canelo Alvarez support Andy Ruiz ever in his life. Because guess what? Again. Never again. And you know why? Because at the end of the day, Andy Ruiz Jr. basically gave another L. There was 2 L's by the Mexican community fan base, dog. Because we got to throw the uppercuts and we got to throw the digs, dog. Jay Cooley, salutes to you, dog. Salutes to the panel. Salutes to the channel. To the chat. There was 2 L's that was dished out by the Mexican community fan base. You want to know what the first L? The first L was Mikey Garcia. Woo! The guy that fought Uber, Lyft, and what? Hold up. Hey, taxi, Tijuana cab driver fighters, dog. And then now it's Andy Ruiz, the guy who went from being the first Mexican heavyweight ever, getting Snickers, Jimmy Kimmel Live, and all of these endorsements, to now he's a has-been, dog. He makes Hasim Rahman look good. He make Thomas McCall look good. He make Buster Douglas look good because you know what? These guys lasted longer than 6 months, man. This is the shortest reign I've ever seen in boxing, dog.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm laughing because you got a Canelo Alvarez that was a paid-to-lose and a paid-to-lose on steroids fighter. I mean, the Mexican community fan base took a major L for 2019, dog. T-Tone Toledo, when New Year's Eve come, you're going to be drowning in how did they take so many L's? Canelo Alvarez against Sergey Kovalev had to wait for a Jorge Masvidal versus a Nate Diaz MMA fight to take place in order for them to come thereafter. That's an L. The other L that's associated with this, is you sit there and you look at, you know what I'm saying? You sit there and you look at the totality of you sit there and look at the totality of Mikey Garcia, the way that he got beat up by Earl Spence, and he was on witness protection and AWOL status for 26 days. Hibernation stays for 26 days. That's another L for the Mexican community fan base. And here's the third one. Andy Ruiz Jr. had the gall and the unction and the audacity to run his mouth and say, I didn't come in shape for the fight. I know if I was a Mexican, dog, I would feel some type of way about that. Because you know what he's basically telling you? I didn't come in at my best. I accepted the fact that I'm getting a good payday, and that's all I wanted. I'm accepting the fact that I was supposed to be the AJ, part of the AJ redemption story. That has to be the worst one, because I thought Mikey Garcia took the cake. Now Andy Ruiz has taken the cake, because Andy Ruiz has become the poster boy of what not to do as a Mexican fighter. Man, that's sad, dog. He has taken the cake, because now the cake is I can have a Snickers endorsement. I can sit there and look at pizza and wings all day, every day. I could be sipping on Coronas, eating my tamales, and then when it's all said and done, I turn around and lose all of these damn belts only so that I can bring up the AJ redemption story. This has to be the worst thing for the Mexican community fan base ever, dog. Talk to us, slime season. Talk to us, man.
Man. Okay. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna cut Andy some slack. Just on this though. The standard size boxing ring is like 16 feet by like 16 or something like that, bro. I don't know what it is. You know the maximum size ring in America is 20 by 20. In America, that's what they had in New York. Do you know in Saudi Arabia they had a 22 by 22 feet ring, bro? 22. He went and got 2 extra feet put on, bro, on every side of the ring. That don't excuse. That do not excuse Andy. That do not excuse Andy Ruiz coming in extra heavy, because he knew AJ was gonna come in and try to box. He was saying it the whole time. You get what I'm saying? So that shows lack of mental toughness. He wasn't ready for that. You know what I'm saying? He basically just got Canelo. You know what I'm saying? It's like Canelo just did with Kovalev. You get a nice little paycheck, and Eddie probably cut him another little check on the side. We need you to just go ahead and lay down. He came in at 2. He didn't show no sense of urgency during that fight. He knew coming into that fight, he either needed a knockout or it was the loss. You know that. He knew that coming to this fight. His whole team knew that. He came in for round 1 and showed no urgency. 0 urgency, bro. It's about, you would have thought he was the champ. And AJ, he was fighting. The object of boxing is to get hit and not get hit. But did y'all watch how he was clenching? How he was so scared, bro. He was wrapping up under Andy Ruiz's arms like this, like holding them so tight, bro.
The whole time.
Andy started catching him at the water, like when you see AJ finna clinch, he'd catch him with the right hand. And you can see AJ was getting scared. He ain't like that shit. He ain't like that at all. You know what I'm saying? Man, listen. Andy Ruiz is a disappointment, bro. Just to even the black community, he not even black, but he a disappointment to us, bro. Like,
I'm disappointed.
Disappointed. Because you just let a sucker slide, bro. You just lost out on an easy lick. An easy lick. You probably made like 10, 15 million, but after taxes, you probably gonna make like 6 or 4. You could have went ahead and knocked this fool out. Then you go before you fight Deontay Wilder, you have a fight in Mexico. You're gonna sell out and do huge numbers. That's probably like another 30 million. Then you'll fight with Deontay Wilder. That's gonna be like another 40, 50 million. Because you gotta think Mexicans support boxing more than anybody. So you know his fan base is gonna be large. I think Canelo actually happy that nigga lost, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He happy, bro.
Yeah, he is.
He was in a tough spot. He had to embrace Andy Ruiz. Otherwise, he looked like he's not a true Mexican. Looked like he hated. Because Andy Ruiz, down to earth, he from Mexico, looked like he hated. But guess what? He was gonna chop Canelo fan base in half. Because Andy was gonna be one of the people that fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? He a heavyweight. He ain't gonna be able to jump and skip weights. He ain't gonna be able to be a selective cherry picker like Canelo. You know what I'm saying? But Andy, look, I don't want to hear nobody talking about Joshua, the number 1 heavyweight. No, he not. That man just ran around 12 rounds in a large ring. My bad, a large ring.
Extra large.
He just hopped in the
Supersize ring.
supersize ring. He just ran around for 12 rounds. He wasn't even throwing no power, bro. He wasn't even throwing no power. You could tell he was scared, bro. Yeah, the man was terrified, bro. He don't deserve to be champion, bro. And now we know he's finna hold them belts hostage. Of course he gonna try to fight Andy Ruiz again. Because if he don't, who is he gonna fight? Just peep this out, bro.
Right.
Peep this out.
Right.
I tell everybody this. Luis Ortiz is the second best heavyweight in the world right now, bro. I would bet that with anybody. Dylan White is trash, bro. He was getting
trash.
He was just getting pieced up by guacamole. He was getting pieced up by guacamole. So he's trash. Do you see his body, bro? Look, the one fight that you see these two cats when they off of steroids, AJ off of the roids, and Dylan White off the juice, both of them look sloppy. Like AJ looked like he ain't 8 weeks. Dylan White just looks sloppy. He hanging over the side. Like, you can't tell me that ain't a. You can't tell me you caught ain't playing dirty. He off
the HGH, dog. He's off the PEDs.
Bro, you can't tell me that Dylan White and Eddie Hearn ain't playing dirty with UCAD, bro. How do you get cleared?
You're right.
With your B sample release, bro? How do you get cleared on that, bro? You know what I'm saying? They let you fight and they cleared you on the B sample, so that just lets you know that they playing dirty, bro. They want to go to Saudi Arabia, so it ain't gonna be no drug test. It ain't gonna be nothing. They don't even got clean card girls over there, bro. Mm-hmm. So you know them. It ain't nothing but a bunch of hard legs, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this fight was a disgrace, bro. I was hoping this shit was a fucking disgrace to heavyweight boxing, bro. Like Anthony Joshua, I don't even know how they finna market this nigga, bro. I don't even know how they about to market him. His marketing is finna be terrible, bro. Like if somebody takes something from you, bro, say if me and he knows got to a fight and he whooped my ass, okay? Mm-hmm. And then we get into it, we like, shit, we gonna fight again next week. And we come back and we meet in the yard and me and him square like we finna fight and I just slap the shit out of him and I just run. Ain't nobody gonna respect that. I didn't take my respect back. You get what I'm saying? It's yeah, you won a fight, but you didn't win the war. He won the battle, but he didn't win the war. You know what I'm saying? To win the war, you can't redeem a knockout with a unanimous decision, bro. You can't redeem a knockout with a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? If you get knocked out to redeem yourself, you gotta knock somebody else out. You know what I'm saying? If y'all get slapped in the face by somebody, you want me to slap them back. If you slap me in the face and I push you back, who won? You won because you slapped me. If a nigga slap you, you better slap him back. Don't push him. Don't pull him. Don't do none of that. You get that same energy, like Earl be saying. You get that same energy they gave you. He knocked your ass out. Mm-hmm. He brought that energy. You need to bring that same energy back, and you need to try to knock his ass out or get knocked out trying. That shit is a disgrace, bro. I just don't even want to see Eddie Hearn, bro, because I know he finna make this like there was like AJ backwards against the wall, like there was like the ultimate comeback. Like this shit is trash, man. This shit is trash.
Yeah. A bunch of PED, HGH pumping fighters that fought, and they all just weaned off of their cycle, dog. That's all that happened. They all weaned off. Dillian White, 271 pounds, sloppy and sick.
271.
Like, damn right, 271, sloppy.
And I don't want to hear all that shit about he talking about he didn't know he had a fight. He wasn't in shape, bro. He been training ever since he was posting videos on the gram showing that he was working out. So he been working out.
He looks sloppy as hell. And then you had and Hurricane Carter. UCAD lost all credibility, bro. They did, man. And this is the thing. And then Anthony Joshua just dropping 10 pounds because he was 247 in the weigh-in, and he went down to 237. That's just weaning off the cycle. That's what people need to understand. PED users, if you wean off the cycle, two things can happen.
You're gonna lose weight,
go up on weight, or lose weight. In Dillian White's case, he blew the hell up because he got a big boy body. In Anthony Joshua's case, he just went from bigger muscle to more leaner muscle. That's it. So don't fall for the hoopla. Don't fall for the nonsense. And that's why I'm glad Slime Season showed up, because guess what? They don't want us to keep the foot on the damn necks, dog. They don't want us to apply limited pressure.
Hey, that's why I fuck with Slime.
Hey, big bro, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, talk to us.
Did that look like a heavyweight fight, bro?
No.
Let me ask you this. Okay, if Earl would have went in there with Sean Porter, we know he could have made it a boxing match and won. But if he would have went in there with Sean Porter and fight that same fight that AJ just fought, what do you think would have happened? And that's a welterweight. We talking about a heavyweight. If Earl would have fought that same fight, what would have happened?
They would have crucified.
Yeah.
They would say Earl Spence was a bitch ass nigga.
They would say he was a bitch because he ain't want that smoke. He ain't had that same energy. He ain't coming to a dog fight. He didn't want that.
Same energy. I mean, they getting on Earl. They getting on Earl right now because Earl ain't 100% Earl. They getting on him just for that. So
Yeah, man,
what you think that? How you think they was gonna get on Earl if that wasn't the case? Rip B. Brazen said he got skinny, then he gained 200 pounds. That's hilarious, dog. My boy Vince B giving Slime credit. He said Slime hit it right on the damn money. Yes, he did hit it right on the damn money. Jose Martinez, how you been? He knows how you been, Jose Martinez. See, that's what I'm saying. Another real G out here in these boxing streets, dog. Jose, where you been, Jose Martinez, man? We've been looking at you, dog. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Jose, one of them real cats, man. Ben's supporting, he knows, dog. And here's the thing that I don't understand with people, and they don't get this, man. This fight right here was the climax paid to lose fight. Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs was on a scale. If you got to put it on a barometer between 1 and 10, it was 3. Sergey Kovalev and Canelo Alvarez jumped that all the way up to 7.5. This one right here,
that was the worst.
Straight 10, dog.
Hey,
a straight 10.
You know what I think though? I really think Andy Ruiz, he thought that AJ was gonna come with that same energy and want to get that knockout back, and he knew he was gonna have faster hands to him. So he probably ain't really prepared for AJ to run around. Because if you notice, I think he was trying to use reverse psychology. He was like, he's probably gonna try to box a little bit. He using that reverse psychology.
Right.
Any man know if I knock this man out, he gonna want to knock me out back. He didn't count on AJ being a bitch. You know what? I don't mean to call him a B word. I'm not gonna call a grown man that. But he didn't count on AJ not having that same energy, bro. You know what I'm saying? AJ came into that ring not with that same energy. He just knew all I gotta do is make it to the last bell and I'm gonna get the victory. You know what I'm saying? That's what he knew. Like, look at his energy after he won a fight. He knew that wasn't no star-studded performance, bro. You know what I'm saying? This was the ultimate test for AJ Hart, bro. This is the ultimate test because his career was on the line, his reputation was on the line, and he came and he won, but he folded under pressure. He was scared to take chances, bro. That's what boxing is about, taking chances. That's why I like Earl and Deontay so much because they taking chances. That's why Earl's so spectacular. He fight everybody in their own style. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go in there with Sean Porter like, I can outbox Sean Porter. Everybody know Earl can outbox Sean Porter. His pedigree is on a whole nother level. But he went in there and got in a dog fight with him. He said, I got more dog than you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a dog you out. Mikey Garcia, you smarter than me? I'm going to show you what it is. Deontay Wilder, he ready to fight anybody. His heart is here, bro. AJ just don't got the heart, bro. He don't got the heart of a fighter, bro. You can have a look. You can have a body for it. You can have the money. You can have the crowd for it. But if you don't got the heart, it's going to show. And tonight it showed, bro. It showed. Mm-hmm. That's why they took that fight all the way to another whole other country, bro. Because he can't deal with the pressure, for one. Then you ask for a bigger ring than standard. That's why they fought Saudi Arabia, so you can get a 22 by 22 feet ring. Come on, bro. The biggest in America ain't even 20. A 20-inch ring is the biggest that we've ever seen in America. You went over there across seas just so you can get a 22 by 22. Now, anybody that don't believe me, go check these facts, bro. Like before y'all UK bad weathers hop on here and be talking trash and try to protect AJ, bro, you got to do some facts. You got to check your research. You got to know what's going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just on here talking, bro. This what we do, bro. I analyze this, bro. I know AJ, he just ain't built for it, bro. And you everybody can't be Mike Tyson. Everybody can't be Deontay Wilder, so I ain't mad at him. Only time when I get upset and I get pissed off is when somebody try to compare him to Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody with eyes who got eyes for it, they could look and see they not the same. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder is a black man. Anthony Joshua is a man that just so happened to be black. It's a difference, bro.
What?
That's it.
It's a difference, bro.
Right. It's two different things. It's two different things, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll say this, man. I'll say this with impunity. He said, just so happen to be black.
Well, trash, bro.
Deontay, AJ proved to me that not only was he scared to exchange with Ruiz, that's one thing, because that could have been a strategy. Mm-hmm. But the fact that
Nah, he was scared.
Ruiz
He
hurt
was
him.
scared. He was scared.
The fact that he was scared,
He
that's
hurt
when
him
you
a
know
couple
that he would
times.
get destroyed by Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
He was scared, Tom Ross. Before you make your point, let me just say this. He was scared because if you notice, when Andy Ruiz had those little spot moments where he was landing the overhand right, muscle memory kicked in, and AJ went back to that knockdown recall. He went to that knockdown recall.
That's it,
Trust me, he was scared, dog. He was
That's
scared.
it. He started throwing them combos. That if you paid attention, that's one thing he didn't do. He didn't throw combos. He'd throw the one, then 1-2 maybe. But normally AJ, he throw all combos. He's so scared to get his head knocked off. He throwing a 1-2. He not throwing a 3 and a 4 like he normally do. And that's what makes AJ AJ. But you can't do that for 12 rounds against Deontay Wilder. You don't even got no head movement. Then if you pay attention, he always back up with his chin straight out like this. You're gonna get clipped with Wilder. You're not getting up.
Deontay Wilder will treat AJ like he
Dominic
did
Brazil.
Dominic Brazil. Like he did Dominic Brazil.
Yeah,
it might not be the first round. It might not be the first round, but I'll say between the first and fourth round, Deontay Wilder get AJ out of there. AJ got glaring deficiencies. This motherfucker fight with his head straight up in the air. Like a nigga in the hood, he be like,
bro, do you know how scared he'd be to get in that ring with Deontay Wilder? How terrified he'd be, bro? It would be so terrified, bro. He was terrified of Eddie Ruiz. He was trying to be friends in the ring, bro. That's how you could see who the alpha male, bro. Like when you in the ring, you could look and the person that's trying to dap up and they trying to, you know what I'm saying, be cool when they break, tapping them on the side and stuff. That's who you know who the beta male is. Because the alpha male, they don't. Eddie Ruiz, soon they lock up, he hitting them, and Anthony Joshua, he like, damn, bro, in the back of my head, bro, what you doing? That's how you know. You know what I'm saying? He don't want no smoke, bro.
Yep. That's right.
He don't want, man.
Shout out to Jose Martinez. I got you, Jose, man. Bet. We're gonna do that interview, dog. I got you, man. I got you, fam. But yeah, man, y'all hitting in on so many fronts and on so many points. But I'm just loving the fact that this is December, it's the last month of the year, and guess what? We got our W. Because what happened was at the end of the day, Andy Ruiz was everything that I thought that he was. And it's sad because his beyond Buster Douglas 2.0 reign made Buster Douglas actually look good because Buster Douglas lasted longer than 6 months. Thomas McCall lasted longer than 6 months. Hasim Rahman lasted longer than 6 months. Andy Ruiz only lasted 6 months and a few days. That's sad, man. And that is sad because now he got to go back to his family and his community, and he can't even hold his head up.
They're gonna eat him up. And that's another thing. Like I said, hey, Andy Ruiz, Joshua, he won the battle, but he lost the war. He won a fight, but it's so much he left on the table. So much he was supposed to prove. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't give you the number one heavyweight. We can't give you number one heavyweight credit for beating somebody that you was supposed to beat in the first place, and you didn't even beat them in the fashion that you was supposed to beat them. We can't give you credit. Like he said, y'all need to bow down to me and kiss my feet when I win this. You was supposed to beat him the first time, bro. And then I could at least say, okay, if you beat him in a more devastating fashion that he beat you, but you didn't punish him, bro. You didn't punish him. Like, y'all took the same amount of punishment. Remember last time we was talking, when I said, in a fight, I always ask, who would I rather be? That's how I pick who won the round. Like, I'd rather have been AJ because he was jabbing, but if my girl was there watching the fight, I'd rather have been Andy Ruiz because this other nigga, you know what I'm saying? At least my girl see me trying to get the smoke on with this nigga. So that's why I say AJ won the battle, but he lost the war, bro.
That's it. You hit it on the thumb. Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
Hey,
right.
Go back to EJ88 comment. AJ footwork superior to Ruiz. Athletic ability played a part. I gotta ask one question. How the fuck did AJ go from a motherfucker that get tired in the first round to a motherfucker who could last 12 rounds on his toes?
That nigga turned to Michael Phelps.
PEDs.
Talk to me.
You know what he took? He took a clenbuterol type of substance, a substance that could give you stamina and endurance. That's what he did. That's what he did. Yep.
Talk to me.
He took that clenbuterol, that same shit that. Because don't clenbuterol give you lean muscle. No clenbuterol.
It gives you lean muscle, and it helps with your stamina, and it helps with your ability to last, your endurance.
They had no VADA testing. We got to peep that. They got no VADA testing. And they overseas. And we know you can't cricket already. So Whatever you think he on, that's what I think, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah, because EJ88 was right, but he was only right off the strength of, again, like I said, because I called this EJ88. You remember I said this. The reason why they brought that fight to Saudi Arabia is because UCOD is a joke. They knew that Anthony Joshua could still be on testosterone. They weren't gonna fight, they weren't gonna protest anything.
Oh, yeah.
But Andy Ruiz was heavy as you don't know what.
That's
Because there was no form of testing before that fight actually happened.
Yeah.
Think about that for a second, EJ.
That's what Dylan White had said too. He said, I think AJ looked like that because you can't take all them substances and drugs in the US. He said this in the interview. Somebody can go pull this up right now. He said he looked like that. Dylan White was sitting on the couch. He said he looked like that because he can't take the juice in America. They got too much testing, it's too strenuous. He said this about his own stablemate. And then just so happened that he get knocked out. Now we're gonna take it somewhere that's outside the US where you can get juiced up.
Mm-hmm.
AJ a juice master, man.
EJ88. I agree with you. What your eyes saw, it didn't deceive you. It did not deceive you. But you know what happened? He was on that juice. And I'm glad you realized that he was on that juice. He was on that juice, bro.
Right.
I can believe that. That's what he was. And here's the thing. Andy Ruiz went from being, you know how there's the fat guy that's the biggie fat guy, right? The fat guy that got the swag. You know what I'm saying? The fat guy that's cool, calm, and collected. He was the big. Andy Ruiz went from being big pun to now he's that actual fat dude that nobody want to be around.
Nobody want to be him, bro.
Nobody want to be around that fat boy now.
It's just like remember the dude that played Biggie in the movie Gravy? He played Biggie, what's his name? He played Biggie in Biggie biopic. Everybody liked him.
Christopher something. His name was Christopher too.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Everybody liked him when he made that movie. Now that nigga going to jail for domestic assault and shit. Don't nobody want to fuck with him now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't see how you don't capitalize off your moment, bro.
Hey, like Mike Jones just say, now I'm hot, they all on me. Back then they wasn't on me, right? Now I'm hot, they all on me, dog. It's the truth, man. That's Andy Ruiz right there, man. They ain't on him no more because guess what? And I hate to say this, but he was meant to be a sacrificial lamb. And I'm glad, you know what I'm saying, Cody Woe, aka Slime Season, said this, man. He was meant to be the sacrificial lamb for Canelo Alvarez, dog.
Yeah.
He was meant to be the sacrificial lamb for Canelo Alvarez. You know why? Because in his loss is now supposed to put even more spotlight on Canelo Alvarez.
Because he's the only one holding down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Canelo never wanted that man to win. Canelo wanted that man to win.
Now he wanted to win. Now he ain't want to win. Because Canelo want to continue ducking for the rest of his career.
Yep.
Andy Ruiz win. Andy Ruiz got a mindset, I'm going to keep going until somebody stop me. So Andy Ruiz would have won and would have fought Deontay Wilder.
Fought everybody. Got that
Canelo don't have the mindset. Canelo not going to fight. He's not going to fight people who he's supposed to fight. So he ain't want him to win.
Because the bigger Andy Ruiz would have got, the smaller Canelo would have got. Because he would have cut his fan base in half. We got us a real Mexican who speak English, and he humble, and he fighting anybody, and he's a heavyweight. Don't nothing compare with heavyweight boxing, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why Floyd don't like Deontay, because he might not be as big as Floyd, but he a heavyweight boxer. People get more excited about the heavyweights. So the bigger Andy he's got, the smaller Canelo's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? Then he ain't doing no numbers. Think about it. Canelo would have been really upset because his last fight, they had to put it on hold for a fight between two dudes that had 10 losses apiece. They had 10 losses apiece. They got like 20 losses.
What my boy Randall's 30 just said. Yeah. Keep that thought. Let me just say this real quick. He said so it was a paid to lose, so Andy wouldn't have to take an L and keep Wilder from undisputed. Now AJ gonna take another roller coaster ride, dog. That's facts.
Man,
that's facts,
bro. He finna take that belt and go home with it, bro. He's not gonna fight outside the UK for at least another year or two, bro.
Oh shoot, Bobby about 3.
I'll be shocked.
He gonna want Wilder to be so old, and then he's gonna say, "Yeah, let's fight."
I don't even think he gonna fight Big Baby no more.
Nah.
What you think about that?
Nah, he ain't fighting Big Baby because guess what? He just learned from the Andy Ruiz that Big Baby actually was gonna be harder than Andy Ruiz. Yeah. He learned that.
I was just gonna ask you, Tom Ross, what you think? Who do y'all think, Tom? Who do you think? Do you think Big Baby would have did the same job that Andy Ruiz did? Think so?
I think, but thing is, I never seen Big Baby fight off of PEDs. So the only thing I could go off is
That's
what I
sad,
saw.
bro.
So the only thing I could go off is what I saw. And when I see Big Baby fight, Big Baby pressed the action from round 1 to round 12.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just going off what I saw, Big Baby would have did better than this Andrew Ruiz, and he would have pressed the whole fight. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, that's due to what? PEDs.
PEDs. And it's interesting that both of y'all shedded light on this, because guess what? Look what we all just did. The fighters that we support, the fighters that we respect, we still call them on the red carpet, man. We still address the issues. See, this is what I was talking about when I say reverse bias fans, detractors. They don't want to address anything negative that's surrounding the fighters that they support. Big Baby Miller, Big Titty Miller, is a guy that we know what his big titty self could do when he's in the boxing ring. He could fight. He be flapping them titties, but he could fight. But we call him on the red carpet when he's a drug cheat as well too. So that's the same thing. If it's clinical alpha PEDs or PEDs, call him on the red carpet, man. Vasily Lomachenko requesting a WBC French fry belt. Call him on the red carpet, dog. Y'all gotta call these people on the red carpet. Slime Season, call him on the red carpet. Tell bro, call him on the red carpet. I'll call him on the red carpet. Call him on the red carpet, man.
Well, let me ask you this: wasn't they just 2 weeks ago? Wasn't they disrespecting Wilder because they said he lost every round before he knocked him out? And, but I don't agree. I think Wilder was setting him up, bro. For one, he was playing a mental game, setting him up. He was setting up that right all night. Then y'all want to give AJ credit for doing less action. No, nothing for 12 rounds, but y'all want to criticize Wilder when he knocked somebody out.
Facts.
Y'all, you know what? God blessed us with Deontay Wilder because he got tired of people hating on Floyd Mayweather. You had somebody who always boxed and never got touched. Y'all complaining like he don't knock nobody out. Now God sent y'all somebody who don't do nothing but knock people out. And now y'all hate him. Y'all gonna fuck around and God is gonna end boxing because y'all is just hating too bad, bro. It's too much hate going on, bro.
Yeah.
Too much hurt. And they don't like Earl because Earl got that Blexican style, that black Mexican style. You know what I'm saying? Blexican or whatever you call it, whatever it is. He got that perfect mixture of a black with a Mexican, bro. It just whatever he get in there with, he gonna bang with them. I'm telling you, when my boy get back, he gonna be on a whole nother level, bro.
There he is.
Don't nobody know how hard somebody go that just almost had everything took from them, bro.
Yep.
That's like you never go as hard as when you're back up against the wall or when you like, you know how people have a near-death experience and it changed the way they act and the way they address life. Like when I went to jail and I almost got 20 years and they just gave me 3, I was like, oh shit. When I got out, I was a whole new person because I seen my whole life flash before my eyes. You know what I'm saying? I seen death cross me. So you talking about a man who was in a Ferrari who just came off the biggest fight of his career. He just made he probably the face of boxing, and he just got in a Ferrari and made one slip up, and he just totaled his car, went to the hospital, and now he see all the hate he get. Do you think this man not finna come back and take everything serious? If he don't come back looking amazing, then Earl not who I think he is. Because I think he gonna come back on a whole nother level. I'm thinking y'all gonna see that Earl Spence like he with Blu-ray, like on another level. Like and
and I want y'all to address this one right here that I put up for Pitch Life. You talk about Wilder, but he will lose to Tyson. Who I think is a better boxer than AJ. I want both of y'all to address that, man.
Let me touch that real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, B, bro. You that.
Let me touch it real quick, man. He gonna lose to Tyson Fury? How? How, man? What is Tyson Fury gonna do to Deontay Wilder? We seen the first fight. The first fight was the difference between the first fight was 13 punches. 13. In a course of 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, you can't tell who landed 13 more punches than the other person. You can't tell that. It's only 13. It's not 100. It's not 50. It's only 13. So that means the fight was close. And the motherfucker daddy got stopped twice in a close fight, which means he's lucky to get a draw. He should have lost.
Facts.
He was lucky. He was lucky to get a draw. Never mind the knockout. He was lucky to get a draw on the cards because he should have lost. The fight only was separated by 13 punches. So get the fuck out of here with that. That's number one. And number two, Tyson Fury is better than who? AJ? That's yet to be seen. We don't know that. Tyson Fury damn near got stopped by Otto Wallin.
Exactly.
Let's talk about this. Well, Anthony Joshua would have damn near got stopped by Otto Wallin. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't even like Anthony Joshua. I think he's a cornball ass nigga. But when he almost got stopped by Otto Wallin, I don't think so. I don't think so. Am I mad because he just won this fight and he gonna make it harder for Deontay Wilder to get undisputed?
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I am. Am I gonna be unbiased? No, I'm not.
That's a big difference, bro. Tell him that again, bro. Tell him that again. That's a big difference.
I said, am I mad that he won this fight and he gonna keep Deontay Wilder for being undisputed? Yeah, I am. But am I gonna be unbiased? No, I'm not. And the right thing to say is, I'm not sure if Tyson Fury could beat AJ. I'm not sure. I think that'd be a good fight. I know Deontay Wilder will beat both.
Facts.
But I'm not sure. The reason why I'm not sure is Tyson Fury has no power. None.
Yep.
He don't got no knockout power. I don't see him knocking out AJ. But we all know Tyson Fury is 10-10-10.
Yep.
Every time somebody land on Tyson Fury, what do you do? That nigga fall straight on his back every time. He land right on his back. The butt don't hit first. The back of his shoulders hit first every time. The mat. Like, god damn. Every time you get hit, the back of your shoulders hit the mat. Like, god damn, man. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this. I can't side with that argument. We don't, first of all, Tyson Fury didn't beat Deontay Wilder. And second of all, we don't know if Tyson Fury could beat AJ. We don't know that.
We don't know.
AJ only got one real victory on his record. That's against Klitschko. That's it. That's the only real victory he got on his record. Everything else don't even matter.
Right.
Yep.
Man, look. Let me go ahead and debunk this conspiracy. Okay. Well, talking about Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. Let me tell y'all something. The only reason people say that Tyson Fury won every round except the two that was knockouts is because that's the only way you can even make a case for it to be a draw. Because if you just be logical and say everybody knows a close fight because nobody got dominated. Only person that got dominated got put on their back. You know what I'm saying? They have to say, bro. That's why I don't even get mad when they say Tyson Fury won. It's because they have to say he won every round. They don't want to say that. They know that's stupid. They know that don't make sense. But they have to say that if they want to make a case for their guy. You know what I'm saying? Because logically, if a dude get knocked out twice, that's 10-8 rounds. There's no other way for him to have a draw except to win every round. So they have to say that. That's just what they have to say. You know what I'm saying? Like you said about Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury and AJ are gonna be a better fight than Deontay Wilder and AJ. You know what I'm saying? Because Deontay Wilder and AJ is gonna be a massacre. He too stiff. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that to Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? He can't do that. Deontay Wilder jab is too strong and it's too long, bro. People keep misconstruing Deontay Wilder jab because his last fight he fought a southpaw. You can't get your jab off like that on a southpaw, especially somebody as that's eccentric as Luis Ortiz, bro. It's hard to get the jab off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's southpaw. But with somebody like AJ who's just weak and their head never move off the line, and he don't even got a active guard, he gonna be there to be hit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury, bro. People don't like Tyson Fury the way he boxed, bro. They just like him outside of the ring. Y'all like any fighter that talks shit and is a trash talker if they not black. If it's any fighter, think about this. Any fighter that talks shit and they not black, do people like him? Yes. Conor McGregor, all he do is do the same stuff Floyd used to do. People like him.
Tyson ain't like Floyd.
Yeah, people but they don't like Floyd. You don't like Deontay Wilder, and he tell you what he gonna do every time.
Yep.
When you
speak it, believe it, and receive it.
Yeah, when you white or you not this, people love it when you arrogant and you brash. But when you this color, you gotta be humble.
Facts.
Right. Humble. And that's not even me getting on race. That's just saying what it is, bro. You can't name one
That's the truth.
that talk trash.
That's the truth.
Talk trash that people don't like. You can't name one. I can't name one. Every fighter that talk trash that's not black, they love him, bro. That's a fact.
That's why they like Terrence Buck Crawford, because he's obedient.
Cause he humble. That, you know what I'm saying? That's why I don't even buy into these narratives that they be selling, bro. Like they have to say Tyson Fury won every round, because otherwise it's no case. Because if you ask them at the end of the fight, who would you rather have been in that fight, Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury? If they tell you Tyson Fury, bro, I got a bridge in Brooklyn, I want to tell you. Because they lying. Nobody wants to be knocked unconscious. Nobody wants their light shut off.
Exactly.
Nobody wants their light shut off in front of their wife and they daddy and shit. Nobody like that, bro. After that fight, that man clearly said he's the hardest punching heavyweight in the history of this, the hardest punching man that ever walked the earth, potentially. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you and then when he was saying that, you could tell Bob Arum, that man like that. Like, let me tell you this. If he got into a fight with Deontay Wilder, he clearly told you out his own mouth that's the hardest hitting man that ever walked the planet Earth. And then somehow they don't get to fight next because they can't come to a contract agreement. Who you gonna believe? The dude that said shit, let's do it again, or the dude that said, man, that's the hardest puncher I ever fought in my life.
Right.
Want to get right back in there? He telling you when he say that he don't want to get back in there.
Facts.
He telling you this man. He rattled my fucking brain. He rattled my brain. I don't want to get in there with him right now. Let me take 2 other fights. But with him taking this other fight, his eyebrow is still left in the ring with Otto Barlin. You know what I'm saying? He left his whole eyeball in the ring. He's gonna get into this fight.
Hey, you gotta say that one again, though.
He about to get destroyed, bro. He about to get destroyed, bro.
No, the eyeball one. You gotta say that one again, bro.
He left his eyeball in the ring with Otto Barlin, bro. Listen, you can make the case that he lost that fight to him, bro. Because if I asked you this right now, bro, if I said Tom Ross, if I said he knows, who would you rather be in that fight with Tyson Fury or Otto Barlin? Who would you rather have been at the end of the night? Everybody gonna say I'd rather
Otto
Barlin. Exactly. So who really won the fight? Besides,
y'all both getting more ammo because y'all gotta address this one. It will picture like the comment right here. Woo.
Man, listen, bro. Y'all like that, bro, because y'all feel like, oh, this white guy, he's standing up to these black niggas. He gonna talk shit to these black niggas. And
exactly.
Y'all like that. Now y'all got somebody that can stand up to us, and he can actually do, just like Luka Doncic is a great basketball player. But it's more awesome that he's white. He's doing it against the black people. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, bro. That's just what it is. I hate to be black and white, but you got to state the obvious, bro. They say sometimes the hardest thing to see is was right in front of you, bro. Life is it's a constant struggle to see your own nose, bro. Like Tyson Fury, they don't like him in the ring, bro. It's ugly. It's an irky jerk, non-move style. He fight like Trump. Like he do this. Like it's like a fake black style, bro. It's his best imitation of a black style, bro. It's his best slick.
Exactly. I said that was so long ago, Slime. I said Canelo Alvarez is copying the black slickster style, man.
Yeah.
But he's a homeless poor man rendition of Floyd Mayweather. A homeless poor man rendition.
Yeah, the poor man James Toney, bro. And Tyson Fury, let me tell you.
Because who created the herky jerky style? You know it was a black fighter, right?
Who was it?
You know it was a black fighter that created the herky jerky style, right?
It had to be, bro. It had to be. It had to be, bro. Like
it's a couple of fighters to be herky jerky. Some fights, Muhammad Ali used to fight herky jerky. Like he'll come out and he'll put his hands up real far out, and then he'll wrap you up, he'll push you off.
Yeah. That's how you
like this and fuck around.
Just about throwing time out, bro. Let me tell you something. Tyson Fury, he's skilled, bro, but he's not the most skilled boxing heavyweight division, bro. It's a skill to knock people out, bro. And then listen, Tyson Fury, his style wouldn't work if he was 6'5" or 6'6" or 6'7". It would not work. It only works because he's this big. You can't take that same style and put it in a little man and it work. It's not gonna work because guess what? When he get them punches thrown at him, he lean back because he's 6'9", bro. And I don't got nothing against it. You got to use what God gave you. You know what I'm saying? But if he's so skilled, he would be like a pound for pound fighter. He's not a pound for pound fighter, bro. Like people don't like seeing Tyson Fury fights, bro. His last fight, he sold 3,000 tickets and they gave away 4,000. Get out of here. So How you gonna say like I hate Tyson Fury outside the ring, but in the ring he's coming to watch?
Hey, no, you gotta say that one again, dog.
How do you say that, bro? They sold 3,000 tickets and he gave away 4,000. How in the hell is you saying that? Yeah, I hate Tyson Fury outside the ring, but I love him in the ring. But you ain't go see him fight. Nobody went to see him fight, bro. Vegas was empty, bro. It was people playing a slot machine, just walking in the goddamn arena because they don't got nothing to do. Tyson Fury, I like talk trash, bro. He a gypsy, bro. But get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here. Tyson Fury, bro. Y'all find any reason to hate on Deontay Wilder, bro. Listen, Deontay Wilder slapped his brain against his floor so hard, bro. This man don't know if he want to play basketball, he want to wrestle WWE or UFC. He's trying. I don't see how people don't see this. He's trying to do anything he can to get in the ring with this man. He's trying to do anything.
Jay Cooley giving you props, dog. Jay Cooley, my dog. Jay Cooley, man, the wrench king, dog. He said he knows his sport. Where you get the young dude, man? I like him, dog.
Bro, he doing everything he can to not get back in the ring with Deontay Wilder. That's just like if you get in trouble at school and your mom say when you get home I'm whooping your ass. You gonna try to go to your friend's house. You gonna try to stay after detention. You gonna try to go everywhere you can not to go back home, bro. Same shit with this fight. Shit, man. When I get back in this boxing ring, I gotta see him. So let me get in this UFC fight. Let me book 2 more boxing fights. Let me do this. Let me do that before I get back in the ring. Cause this man about to slap my brain. Get the fuck out of here, man. That nigga trash, bro. People need to stop. People claim they smart. They don't even have common sense because common sense is not that common anymore, obviously. Because you see one fighter stalling to get in the ring. So I don't want to hear no more Tyson Fury, bro. He doing everything he can to postpone this fight. They fought a year ago. They could have been fought again, bro. Both of them fought 2 other times. He postponed it, and now he's trying to get in UFC, bro. Get out of here. He'd rather get in the ring with somebody that can kick him in the head than take a right hand for Deontay Wilder.
Yep.
He'd rather risk that, bro, because he know that's the end of the rope. That's cashing out. That's cashing out right there. He cashing out.
Let me touch on this real fast.
Before you say what you got to say, Tom Ross, I just want to say this real quick, Jay Cooley. Slime season gonna be on next Wednesday. He gonna be on next Saturday, y'all. He gonna be on for the live with He Knows Boxing on Wednesday, and he gonna be on for the subscribers appreciation on Saturday. So tune in, Jay Cooley. Go ahead, Tom Ross. Ride on them.
Let me touch on this real fast. What Tyson Fury is doing is called. It's not advanced ducking. It's called collegiate ducking.
Hey, bro, he pussyfooting around, bro. He pussyfooting around.
It's collegiate ducking. Why is collegiate ducking? Because first I got to take you to the basics. Advanced ducking is what
Canelo do.
Kell Brook did. Is what Kell Brook did. Kell Brook had to fight Errol Spence. He didn't want to fight him and lose being undefeated. So he go up, fight Golovkin, he lose, then he come back and he fight Errol Spence.
Now he got an excuse.
He ain't the one right, so he can have an excuse why he lost. that is advanced dunking.
Yes, sir.
Collegiate dunking is what Tyson Fury did. Tyson Fury, this nigga said, I ain't about to fight you, man. He signed a contract with Bob Arum. He gonna fight 2 bums in a row. Then he take his ass and go wrestle.
Bro, he not even good at ducking, bro. He making that obvious. This nigga ducking, he not even good at it, bro. He's not even good at it. Anybody who want to see it, they can see that you ducking. You're not good at it, bro. So stop, bro. Just take your L, my nigga.
Right. The reason why I say it's collegiate is because most people, when they duck, all they get is a bad name. They paying Tyson Fury to duck. Tyson Fury getting paid.
Bro.
WWE gave this nigga $15 million. And I think Bob Arum gave him $10 million for each fight. This nigga getting paid money to duck.
Bro.
Most people, when they duck, they take an L. They take an L in their reputation and in their bank account. Tyson Fury getting paid to duck like a motherfucker. That's why I call it collegiate level ducking.
He knows. I gotta ask you, my bad, big bro. And he knows. Did you say something about you said EJ and Deontay Wilder, they money generators? Did you say something like that?
Like, because
they generate money. Like it don't matter if you make them. It's who generate. Tyson Fury not even generating money.
Exactly.
Nothing.
And I say that.
You
I
want
say
to see
that because Canelo's a money maker.
Yeah, he make the most money, but Deontay Wilder never bring the most money to the table.
Floyd was the first one to start that. Floyd is a money maker, but he's also a money generator. Deontay Wilder and Earl Spence are dual money makers and money generators. Just look at their pay-per-view numbers. Mike Coppinger said it. In a soft market, if you're averaging 300K pay-per-views, you are a cash cow. Look at their back-to-back fights. Not only are they money makers, they're money generators.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, what Tyson Fury did is he knew that next fight with Deontay Wilder gonna be big, and he knew Bob Arum wanted in on that. So he like, okay, if I let you get on this Deontay Wilder fight, you got to pay me for these other fights. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he know he not generating money. He know he had Bob Arum want to sign you for the Deontay Wilder fight. You want to sign for one fight? You're like, nah, well, you can't sign me for this. Pay me for these other two fights, and I'll build up the fight even more. So when I fight him, you can get paid more money. But he's losing.
So trash ass fight.
Yeah. Deontay Wilder just sold 10,000 tickets. Deontay Wilder sold 10,000 tickets his last fight. Tyson Fury sold 3,000 his first fight, and he sold 4,000 his next fight. He sold 7,000 tickets. Man, I can sell 7,000 tickets. We can goddamn get out there and sell 7,000, bro.
Exactly. You just got to do a sick ass event. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you just have some big booty shaking. You know what I'm saying? Music popping, and that's it.
He ain't generating no money, bro. Like he not generating money. They losing money on him. That's why they're trying to hurry up and force him to fight. They're trying to force him to fight because they ain't making no money on him, bro. Mm-hmm. What you call him again, bro? You call him a collegiate duck master.
The collegiate ducker.
Collegiate duck.
Collegiate level.
Nigga trash.
Just think about it. Think about it. Slime. Think about this. A lot of niggas duck in the sport, right? A lot of niggas duck. But very few of them niggas get paid top dollar to duck.
Yeah, he get paid, bro.
They've been paying Tyson Fury top dollar to fight
They paying this man to stay away from Deontay Wilder, bro. Because they know when he get in there with him, he finna get that pain put on him, bro. He about to get that thing put on him, bro. I'm telling you.
That shit finna be like Clubber Lang versus Rocky 1.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. People don't understand, bro. He getting better, bro. Like, and then the thing is, Tyson Fury messed himself up because guess what? When he let Deontay Wilder see him fight Otto Wallin, what Otto Wallin was doing, he was jabbing him in the stomach, the chest, all that. Mm-hmm. Deontay Wilder gonna pick up on that. Then he gonna be more patient. That's why Tyson Fury really scared because Deontay Wilder know how to be patient. Like if you pay attention to the Brazil fight, he didn't just rush in. He set it up. The Luis Ortiz, he set up something for 7 rounds, bro. That means you gotta have patience. His only problem when he fought Tyson Fury was he wasn't patient. He wanted to knock him out too bad. He just kept swinging.
Yeah.
So he just showed everybody. He just showed everybody that was watching that I can be patient. I'm not in a rush to knock Tyson Fury out. Tyson Fury got in his head a little bit. He wanted to hurt Tyson Fury, but now he being more patient. That's why Tyson Fury trying to start the mind games now. That's why he wrote Deontay Wilder. Now he trying to start getting in his mind now. It's over. Bro. It's over with, bro. If Deontay let him get in his head a little bit,
it's over with.
He gonna destroy that man, bro. He gonna hurt that man. He gonna hurt that man bad as hell.
It's over with because one thing about Deontay Wilder I love is that some fighters they just do their thing. They don't change shit. Like Pacquiao, he just fight the same way every time.
Fight the same. Yeah.
Maidana, he fight the same way every time.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner.
He fight the same way
every fucking time.
Bro.
But Deontay Wilder gets slowly better every time.
Yeah, he went from a B plus to an A minus, and an A, then he'll be an A plus, and that's just like you do until somebody show you they can stop it, bro. Like in Madden, I play my cousin in Madden. If I run the pass play, I keep running that same play with the tight end going across the middle. I'll run that shit 10 times until he stops it. You know what I'm saying? He be mad like, bro, you keep running that play, bro. Stop that, bro. Stop it. I'll be like, you stop it. You not stop doing it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep running it. You know what I'm saying? This man is a knockout KO king, bro.
It don't matter. The reason why they're saying that because they can't stop it. It's like when you hoop. Like I always had a good jump shot, and niggas be like, "Yo, that's all you do is hoop, drive to the basket."
Yeah. Why you mad, bro?
Why the fuck I'm gonna drive to the basket? Do you know how much energy it takes to drive to the basket?
Yeah.
You just shoot a jump shot. My shit wet. What are you talking about?
You get more points off the jump shot. That's why. That's why Steph Curry averages more points than Kyrie, bro. Because Kyrie expands so much. Kyrie is a better scorer than Steph, but Steph, he's more efficient. Kyrie, he expands so much more energy to make a bucket than Steph do. Steph gets
the basket.
Yeah, Steph get the ball. He take 1 or 2 dribbles and shoot. Kyrie get the ball. He want to cross you one time, come back, cross you again. Because I used to be wondering, like, damn, Kyrie, like, the most talented nigga I ever seen on the court. Why he don't be averaging like 40? Is because he be using so much energy to get one bucket. Like, he gonna dribble the air out the ball. You know what I'm saying? He make it look good. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie one of the most people to watch. But Steph, he might not expand all that energy. He might can't score as good as Kyrie. He can't go to the basket as good as Kyrie. He can't dribble as good as Kyrie. But he gonna average more points than him because he more efficient. You know what I'm saying? He don't got to much out his gas tank. Same thing with Deontay Wilder. That fight with Luis Ortiz, he didn't burn no gas, bro. He didn't burn no gas. He wasn't fatigued, nothing. No gas.
He was just pawing. Then we saw that right, he threw that bitch. Boom.
People don't be knowing what that pawn be doing. You gotta have an active guard, bro. You keep pawing that jab down. Make him, because every time you want to make him react to what you're doing. You don't want to react to what he's doing. So when you pause jab down, you making him react. Now he got to bring his hand back up. Pause down, he got to bring it back up. So it's just like playing chess, bro. You don't want to react to what they do. You want to make them react to what you do, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Slime.
Yeah.
He knows. He hit Ortiz so hard that Ortiz was looking for his mouth guard. The mouth guard was in his mouth already.
Hey, that's just like when George Foreman, when Evander Holyfield said he got to fight with George Foreman, and George Foreman hit him in the mouth, and he went back to the corner and said, he knocked out my teeth out. You're like, nah, nigga, your teeth still in your mouth. He didn't even hit his mouthpiece, bro. He hit that man hard. Then he hit him in the forehead, bro. I've never seen that before.
No. It wasn't the forehead. It looked like that. Luis Ortiz's hand went up like that, but that's not. You talking about the angle from the back, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the angle from behind Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like that from that angle, but from the other angle, you could tell he hit him right in the jaw. He hit that nigga so hard in his motherfucking chin. This nigga was looking for his mouthpiece. His mouthpiece was in his mouth already.
Hey, for real. That knockout. Nasty, bro. That knockout was nasty, bro.
Woo. Woo, man, he going in, dog. He going in, man. Man, y'all close it out, man. Y'all close it out. Hey, Slime, you gonna be here Wednesday, bro. You gonna be here Wednesday with me and Tom Ross, man. We going in, dog, on Wednesday.
The three amigos, man.
There you go. Next week Wednesday, next week Saturday. You in there?
Shout out my boy,
man. Close us out, Slime Ross. Close us out, Slime.
Hey, man. So, once again, thank you for having me out. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Slime. Shout out to He Knows the Sports, man. And thing about it is, you might come to the channel, you might not like what you're hearing all the time. At the end of the day, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
Right.
Because ain't no pandering here. It's all truth. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody giving us no 3,000 checks to lie to y'all.
Yes,
we ain't paid to lie to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We tell y'all the truth just from the heart. So y'all gotta respect it. That's all I gotta say.
Close us out, brother.
Salute to the OG Tom Ross. Salute to my big bro. He knows his sport. Give me that real. And I'm gonna keep applying that pressure on. He knows, so he can keep applying that pressure on y'all neck. Every time I tell him, bro, you been applying that pressure, bro. You ain't been on their neck, bro. I like when I wake up in the morning, I can catch one of my neck videos, and you gotta be on their neck, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
You ain't anytime you ain't speaking the truth, somebody else telling the lie. There's the approach you gotta take.
Yep.
Whenever you ain't speaking the truth, somebody else telling the lie. Don't let them get a word in. Man, let you get a word in. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, shout out to the rest of the boxing scholars out there, man. We going up, man. We took a win today. Today, Anthony Joshua winning is just another W for Deontay Wilder, because now everybody know it's gonna show that he don't want to fight Deontay Wilder, bro. It show, bro.
Yep.
We win in every situation. Any situation, it don't matter if every situation it equals a win for us, bro. It's a positive reaction in every situation. No matter what situation you in, it's always a positive way to go. It's always a positive way to go. So salute to my big bros, bro. We gonna kick it on Wednesday. He knows you need to drop some videos before then. Apply that pressure.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it. Man, y'all hit that subscription button, comment, like, and share. Salute to Slime Season, aka Cody Woe. Salute to Tom Ross, man. Salute to everyone in the chat. This one was a live one. We got our W, man, and it's at the end of the year, man. December. This is our month. So we appreciate y'all, man, as always. And we're gonna tune in come Wednesday live with He Knows Boxing. Before then, I'm gonna apply limited pressure, dog. I'm gonna be dropping videos, dog.
It's
I'm
over.
gonna be coming after. I'm coming after them up until so we can build it up till Wednesday. We got plenty of material, man. You know what I'm saying? So y'all super chat. You know what I'm saying? This chat, man. We appreciate y'all. This live stream. You know what I'm saying? They go to Cash App, man. Send your Sunday best or your Saturday best donation. We appreciate y'all. Brody Kingdom, that's what's up. He said thanks for the great show. He knows the sport. Thank y'all, man. Because my boy Slime Season came in, showed up, and showed out. Every time he said, hey, he knows, send me that link. I already know he coming with that fire. Tom Ross, always calculated. He's like a professor, man. You know what I'm saying? He hit y'all.
man.
He went from advanced ducking to collegiate ducking, man. That's what I'm talking about, man.
For real.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all enjoy y'all Saturday, man, because we enjoyed ourselves watching Anthony Joshua do what he does best, which is duck Deontay Wilder. So this is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire, keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Keeping the foot on the what? On the next. Tom Ross, close it out, brother.
Like we do every time we come on this bitch. We separate the weak from the goddamn strong, man. If you ain't on our side, guess what side you're on? You're on the weak side, man. If you're not on our side, you're on the weak side, man. If we separate y'all goddamn ass. That's all I got.
That's it. Be easy, man. LBFWN, salute to you, man. Salute to all of the real ones, the real G's, the super real G's, and the ultimate real G's out here in these boxing and these NBA streets, man. Today was a good day because guess what? We saw Andy Ruiz become the glorified Buster Douglas 2.0, which was revealed to us. And we saw Anthony Joshua get promoted back to AJ Devo, AJ Celestial being status. Now watch, all UK boxing channels have now been reenacted, and they're going to be coming to a broadcast near you. This is He Knows His Sport, dog. Check it out. Rich Gang, damn right. Woo!